Alright, well hello YouTube, HPJ here, and welcome to session 3 of Pokemon Leafgreen. It has been a minute since I have done a Leafgreen live stream, so, yeah, we're gonna go have fun in the Kanto region again. So in our last part of our journey, we defeated our rival, we went through Mount Moon. We came out of Mount Moon. We put some items in the PC. I hate the recap thing. We talked to all the NPCs of the we talked to all the NPCs within Cerulean City, and we battled our rival and got information about the Pokemon Maniac and the creator of our Pokedex, Bill. Of our PC system, Bill. Yeah, that's right. Bill is the, we'll go visit Bill in today's episode, actually, because, we're about to leave Bill by himself. Bill is a Pokemon Maniac, and of course many of you may even know Bill from the Pokemon Trading Card Game, because he is the Pot of Greed in the Pokemon series. Yeah, he's Pot of Greed. He's draw 2 cards, one of the most memorable Pokemon cards in the game, besides Professor Oak, who is discard your entire hand while 7 cards. Which can be very useful actually at times. So yeah, it is nice to get back into the Pokemon swing, and I'll try my best to give as much as I possibly can, because right now, everybody knows, I can get these sporadic headaches and get sporadically tired, so I'm going to try my best to do as much as I can in today's stream. Sadly enough, this is just right after the whole issue with my live stream session. Wait. Yeah, just certain things don't work out for HGJ when I want them to. I guess I just don't have a strong enough audience like a lot of other YouTubers or, live streamers to survive a Q&A. Or hell, for that point, even have a damn audience. It's part of the reason why I'm very iffy about why I still do a lot of this, considering the fact that with everything going on, I put so much into it, and it's just like I have nothing coming out of it. Like, I can stream for hours and it'll be basically myself, because they don't count the people that's in the chat at all. You guys in the chat that sit there, they don't count as part of the stream. So it sucks. It really does. And it's just, I don't know, I try everything I can, it flops so hard. Let's go ahead, let's jump through. Since we've already done majority of the things we need to do here in Cerulean, we can go ahead and go up north to the Negative Bridge. My Pokemon should be fairly decent enough for the Negative Bridge. The Negative Bridge is another one of the old things that came back into the series. You defeat an X amount of trainers on the Negative Bridge, and at the end of the bridge you will receive a nugget, which is worth 5,000 Pokédollars. Alright, now, so yes, the Mega Bridge, and actually, in the remake, they make it golden. It's cool. Alright, let's take on our first opponent of the Nugget Bridge, which I believe is a Bugcatcher, who is going to have Caterpie, Wurmple, Caterpie, Weedle, Metapod, Kakuna. But luckily enough, Fury will be ready to take me. Fury won't be here in the party for too long, because once you get to Celadon, we'll switch out Fury for Doduo. And we'll have Doduo join the party. yeah, we're just going through another bug catcher. And I wish that the bug catchers, they got better. I definitely think that for Generation 2, for the bug catcher having more variety of bugs. I mean, there are a ton of bug Pokemon in the game, it's just that they don't utilize it. Till after the fact that the bug trainers don't get needed. And even then, when I looked around Generation 3, when I looked at Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, they did a way better job of bug catchers. Hell, even Generation 4 did like better serving of the bug catchers. When it comes to it, I know that this game has the what's the name attached to it, but sorry, this is that I really just don't care too much for what. Of course, fucking control. Don't worry, I'll be downloading this off of Steam, and then I'll be using Steam. I mean, off of Twitch, and then I have Twitch. I'll just edit the video on Twitch from Twitch if it starts to bug up. Alright. And we have a last with Peachy. I should bring Switch without finding it out there and take one Pidgey. Yeah, now Pidgey will start being a threat. Pidgey knows Gus. And I believe later levels, Pidgey's gonna start running quick attack, just like Pidgeotto did with our rival. And to let you guys know, it is a mandatory encounter with our rival. So our rival, fucking Sandal Crab. So our rival will start using a variation of Pokemon. Oh my god, I need to switch out so I can take this stupid bird out. I think most opinions, oh you know, not into those? So yeah, we're gonna start just watching a lot of the new Pokemon. Do shenanigans. That's not because it's gonna keep using Sand attack. And Pidgey is only specially Geodude because Geodude is really underleveled. But alright. Next up, is Oddish. But yeah, that is a battle that will determine what the evolution of Eevee is in Yellow version. If you battle Eevee here and you win, his Eevee will have a chance of becoming Jolteon. Excuse me, Jolteon or Vaporeon. I think Flareon is the last choice you get, and it's only because there's something else for Flareon. So to mitigate that, it's a win versus lose ratio. Again, does count towards it. The reason why I know about this is because there was some stuff, there was gameplay stuff done about it, and then it was reported from the internet. Both Peter has it, and I think Selby has it as well. How that determines the fact that it's Eevee and Yellow and what evolution they'll have, what evolution will be. And it depends on your wins and loses against the rival tree. So I'm really not going to be using the other in this turn for negative damage. So yeah, I can get the build. Also to let you know, build does not affect battling Misty. You can still battle Misty, it's just that Professor Jenny, Officer Jenny will still be there. And fuck. I chose the wrong Pokemon to do this battle for. Now my controller. Okay. Let's move over to Venusaur. I mean, Ivysaur. I forgot around the selection. I don't think Sandshrew has any moves, but we have nothing to take on grass. Outside of Venusaur, so that is the thing. I could imagine. Oh, it's better in that slot. And next up is Ekans. Well, I better can take on Ekans. Because oh boy, this actually is gonna have rap. Oh, poison Pokemon. Generation 1, everything was actually, poison Pokemon were supposed to be strong against, bugs. There's no legitimate reason why, but, oh, Supersonic. No, we're not gonna do it. Supersonic, is basically a, hey, you can catch the Pokemon with the Supersonic. Start learning Supersonic. Yeah. So we are not learning Supersonic. Supersonic is a normal type move that allows the Pokemon to get confused. I believe it has low accuracy, but with Butterfree's ability, it makes it an automatic. Alright, now we have another lie. I think this class is the one that has the Nidoran on her team. So now we'll get the chance to see Nidoran female. Okay, there we go, Nidoran. Nidoran, pure poison type. One of two of the Pokemon in this generation that can evolve through Moonstone. When it evolves, and actually it can evolve with Moonstone very relatively early. Because I believe level 16 is when Nidoran male and female evolve into Nidorino and Nidorina. So if I sit there, I double kick as well. In Generation 1, if you're from Red and Blue, they want to double kick to level 45. They changed that for Yellow Armor so that they can have double kick early because they were going to give the faster Brock because Brock's ground type Pokemon. Oh wow, that did critical damage. That really knocked me out. Oh yeah. Okay, so they do critical damage at that point. So what eventually happened is, actually I don't want to touch them because they're not poison. So yeah, their ability in this game is Poison Point, which if you have physical contact with them, they will poison. Kind of similar to how Pikachu has static if you physically contact it. You inflict physical damage to it. Nidorina, the other Nidoran in the party. Nidoran female, blue instead of red. Instead of purple. It's easy. And funny enough, I like Nidoran female more and think it's fine. Just because they're really cute. They're really cute basic Pokemon, and then when they evolve, they become ferocious monsters. And we're ready to, step on them. So that's just what the Nidoran will do. But yeah, they have a good move pool as well for Pokemon that can evolve early. You can teach them Surf, you can teach them Ice Beam, Rock Slide, all types of moves. And it just makes them so much potent. With that said, we're gonna go back to the Pokemon Center so we can heal. Because Pikachu's fainted. Alright, unlike Generation 1, we aren't gonna do no Mew glitches, so we can actually go ahead and battle some other trainers. Because if you guys watch my Pokemon Red Let's Play, Livestream, Let's Play, hell, they might well do the same thing for me at this point. I did a battle with a youngster who had a Slowpoke. That Slowpoke has the same special stat as Mew. And it was part of the Mew glitch. Oh, hi Minky. Dumb monkey. Amazon. Oh, my package has been delivered. Okay, I'll be right there. Ugh. Look, I'm back, chat. You we're happy, chat. Let me down. Oh, that's I'll get it later. Yeah. Just another step. Alright. Definitely sanitize these pills. Sanitize. Hi. Alright, everybody. I'm back. There's my controller that she's missing every 15 seconds. You can see there's a decent low kick from Minky. My electric attacks are not doing anything too lucky. So I want to switch to Spirit, so Spirit's pet can do some damage. Sadly enough, Spirit won't learn aerial ace till after this, and simply always goes back around. I have to stop it from evolving for it to learn aerial ace. And you're okay. So, and excuse me, that was Camp Ethan. Actually, no, looks pretty good. This is not who he looks like. He may look like a ordinary salesman, but he's actually not a salesman. And I actually like this little change that they did in this year. Congratulations, you beat our 5 contestant trainer. You just earned yourself a fabulous prize. You received a nugget from a serious trainer. By the way, would you like to join Team Rocket? We're a group of professional criminals specializing in Pokemon. Would you join us? Are you sure? Come on, join us. I'm telling you to join us. Okay, you need convincing. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. And then you battle this trainer. Yeah, that's always enticing. So, Rocket Grunt. Send out again. Level 14. No, level 15. Not excuse me, not this time. Like, the early gen Pokemon are not good when you start type mastering and Pokemon. Ooh, it's gonna start rapping. You know, we're gonna start doing not rap. We are going to switch. With my controller starts acting like it happens fast. Come on. Not this again. Oh, hold on, I want to press the multiple times. Okay, there we go. So we're actually going to switch out to Butterfree. So Butterfree can take on Psychic. This is mainly because Ekman is weak to Psychic. Butterfree has Confusion because it's like that. So we're going to do it. The hell just happened? Oh, not this again. I hate this. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because there's so much stuff on. Like, I honestly don't know, but I keep having to communicate these things on my screen just blacked out. And I don't know if it's because there's so many things on screen, but yeah, it constantly happens. You do that. Level 15, and I think at this point it's Astonish, Supersonic, Leap Light are in its new form. I don't even know, man. Alright. And that's the thing. Alright. So yeah, we beat Team Rocket Grant. Yeah, you're pretty good. Oh shit, sir, huh? Whichever abilities you become top leader in Team Rocket. Come on. Think of the opportunity. When something like this go to waste. And that's it. That was the Nugget Bridge. We'll go back for Nugget Bridge for Route 26 and 27. Because we're going to go heal. So those are route 29, 26 and 27. Are you not? There's route 23 and 24. Hold on, we can check with the map. Okay, route 24 and 25. Okay, well I think they're route 23 and 24. Oh, because those are routes over here, 22 and 23. I'm thinking of, I'm thinking of Kanto. Johto. I'm thinking of the extra routes. Oops, my bad. And it's sad though, because the Heavy Islands don't make a return, like, at all. And just go easy. They just cut out the Heavy Islands. Like, oh, we remember having they don't count. That is a picnicker over there, and it is grass. You can find Pidgey at level 12 to, I want to say the highest is 16. If you're playing blue version, if you're playing blue or you're playing fire red, your Pokemon of choice will be iron. If you're playing Leafgreen or green and or no, you're playing red, Leafgreen. That's what we're looking for, camera. But I should have switched Pokemon, but Now, what is Abra? It's definitely going to be a member of this team. On problem is Abra teleports. Because Abra freaks Blattle, it resets the algorithm. So, yeah, Abra is the Pokemon we're going to be trying to catch. And, yeah, Abra is in the grass. Now, I might have to do some off-screen searching for Abra, just because I want Abra. Bellsprout. Also, another Pokemon that we encounter here in the grass. Bellsprout is a grass poison type Pokemon. Very good on the physical attack. That was enough until Generation 4 and above. Is when they start benefiting from being a physical attacker. There's not really good to say about Bellsprout because, unfortunately for Bellsprout, unlike Ice, who gets an evolution when they're in Gen 2, Bellsprout didn't. Maybe you can really let Bellsprout line out. Victreebel is the final evolution, and even if Victreebel is not that big of a deal. We're going to need to over Victreebel. But we'll see Victreebel soon, don't worry, we'll see Victreebel soon. But I mean, focus right now is just the Pokemon that are coming up ahead. Oh, this is not, smell. That's fine. But yeah, this touch the grass and the grass teamwork will be able to find Abra. Abra, Caterpie, Metapod, Weedle, Kakuna. Yeah, they're high level. Pidgey, and your version exclusive grass type. So if you're playing Fire Red or Red version, you're getting one of them gives you Ice. I think that's Blue and Fire Red. In Leafgreen and Red version, you're getting as your grass Pokemon. You get all the way till its evolution Weeping Bell. In terms of it, Victreebel is not able to be found in this set. Victreebel is able to be found in later in Generation 1 though. If you look hard enough in the forest. If you look in the final dungeon. Which we'll see in this game, but you don't have any to battle Bellsprout. I chose Google Search, so you don't need another grass type. We do want an Abra. Ooh, level 12. Yeah, that's what we gotta play. So thinking about Butterfree, is Butterfree's ability, Compound Knot, allows Butterfree's moves that normally don't do well in terms of accuracy, be able to do things in terms of accuracy. And we're gonna be catching this Abra. Now, depending on what type of nature, I'm gonna have to just sit around. But yeah, Abra baby, pure psychic type. Abilities are either synchronized or inner focus. Abra, the side Pokemon, using its ability to read minds, it will sense impending danger and teleport to safety. We're not gonna name the Abra, but we're gonna go check on the Abra in Pokemon Center. And the reason for this is because the nature of Abra is going to be very important. Partly because Abra specializes in special attack. While that can be a very good thing, you can run into some Pokemon nature that are not really good. And some Pokemon abilities that you just don't want. For instance, because Abra has two Pokemon abilities, Inner Focus and Synchronize, I'd rather have the Synchronize than I would have the Inner Focus. The reason is because the ability Synchronize allows a Pokemon it's a percentage of things that happen with this nature. Inner Focus. If I good stats. Unfortunately, this Abra is meek. But if its nature, I believe, reduces. Hold on, we have an internet. We have internet. Do not do this to me. Because I have this stupid thing up. Hold on. Pause. 2 hours. Okay, hold on. If there's some reconnections going on, that's because I have to do crazy shenanigans with my There we go. Impish. Minor special attack, physical defense. Yeah, we don't need that. Or Abra. Abra, we want either timid or minus. Timid is minus on the physical attack, plus on the speed. Or modest, where they focus on special attack, but not physical attack. And because of this, that's what makes Abra strong. Oh, it disrupted. It cut off my. Oh, that's right. I said that was gonna happen. That was gonna mess with my recording. But hold on, you guys can still see my Twitch, right? Oh, refresh. Are you serious? Please refresh. Cause I should be in Pokemon Center. I have to end the stream. Is buggy. Okay. Yeah, I forgot I moved my chat box. Why is it over here, not over here? Oh, because it's so buggy. Okay, so I have to end the stream to refix. No, why is this moving? Now it's being stupid. Okay, I'm gonna have to end the stream and then start the stream back over. Okay. That over here. Okay. So I don't understand why I'm having issues with the emulator. The emulator should be working. Okay, I'm gonna refresh the stream. Because it should show me in Pokemon Center with Abra. It's not showing me with Abra. It's showing me with the same against Arbor that I just did. Now I see why people are going this wrong. Because this is ridiculous. This is the third time we've done this. Can anything go right? I'm so irritated. I really am. And I work really hard to get stuff like this together. And it doesn't do anything. It's not doing anything that I asked it to. Can I at least switch to like my right back screen? Okay, I can switch to my right back screen. Okay, there we go. So now it should be fixed. There we go. Okay, so now there's Abra on the screen. And unfortunately, this is not the Abra that I want, because it is impish nature, which means it's going to be less in special attack when it evolves, and then it's going to have inner focus, which I don't like inner focus on Abra. I think Abra is better not teleport, but with modest or timid nature in synchronized, because there are a lot of Pokemon that specialize in those natures, and because of how synchronized works in Generation onward, excuse me, it's easier for me to catch a Pokemon that I need of those nature, and then I can use the synchronized ability to help with that. So that's what I do is to try to spend the last of the Pokeball that I have so I can get the Avra with the right nature. Yeah, this is a risk versus reward and we have validated chances left, so yeah, get happy and get comfortable. Avra wrote that Avra used to teleport. Damn it. Alright. We got a couple more tries. So the stream is delayed. That's nothing I can do about that. Looks like I'm gonna do a part A, part B situation like I did last time. I might have to just switch over to OBS because Steam is not doing it. New Year's resolution. I finally learned how to use OBS. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. That's not supposed to do that. I don't know why I did that. Everything is just so fucked up for me. I just saw that Nike don't do. Like, why is it that the Pokemon game and the Sonic and 3D Sonic games start giving me shit? One of the 3D games in Pokemon start giving me shit. Why are the games that I play don't give me this amount of shit? Like, Jesus Christ. And yeah, we're gonna be here for a while because I am gonna be doing my hour. Hi, Will. And I believe these are your last chances to catch early game bugs. Weedle, Caterpie, Metapod. These are the last areas you can catch them. Because after that, there are no more bugs till post game. With the exception of maybe Cypher and Pincer, that's only if you catch them. Oh, I'm sorry. No, there's still one more bug family we have to encounter in Kanto. It's not my favorite bug family, and I honestly think it's probably the weaker of the two. But it is a thing. Metapod. I thought it would probably help me with some shiny. I can get a Gen 3 shiny. Is that right? I need Pokemon a shiny? Yeah. My Oddish was shiny. And I caught it in Route 110. Off Route, yeah, near the Trick House. In Gen 3. Lethal. I go change the shirt too all night. Cause I ain't going nowhere. Abra. Yes, I did receive my Harpie. That Abra. Oh, that Abra. What it missed? And she were so pissed. No, how about I just say your accuracy doesn't lower? Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. What's the bug theory? No, I didn't want to tackle. And Kadabra's not allowed to come until post game. So that makes this even funner. Doesn't. Oh my god. Okay, Pokemon Gen 3 is just not working. Like, at all. I really do not want to cooperate today. I should have left the slot open. So when I caught Abra, I can see what nature it is. Alright, well, here's number 4. Alright. Here's a stupid ass black snake. I'm gonna look that up and see what's going on with this. Why do I get these black skins? They never have one. Is my computer is my laptop telling me something? Shit, oh my god. Please don't wake up. Stay in the ball. Thank you. You know what I did here? Pete ball. Because I've caught Abra already. Repeat ball would be great. Speaking of which, let's go back to Pokemon City so we can go get some love. Well, Cerulean City can go get some love. I can check up on Abra. Gentle Rash. Checking. Okay. Gentle, high special. Oh, it's neutral. And Rash. Up special attack minus special defense. Well, that's not good. Especially on a Pokemon team like this. It's no bueno. Alright. Did it freeze again? Yeah, it froze again. Oh my god. Why is it only happening when I'm playing Pokemon? Any other game, I have not had this problem. It's like all the Pokemon games are just giving me trouble. Because right now, I should be in the Pokemon City. There we go. So I need my main screen to catch up with it, and it's not doing that. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, well, neither of these appers are weak, because neither of them have the ability that I need. So, we can quick stop to the Pokemon, sell the nugget, and buy some more Pokeballs. Alright. Alright. More Abra Hoodie. Yeah. Look, there you go. Abra. And it's funny though, because we're not encountering any female Abra either. Because you can't encounter male and female Abra. Does they change it? No. That's not. The Abra for female and male Abra are still 50%. I also think Abra is the rare encounter on the route, so that could also potentially be why there's an issue. Oh, hi, Bellsprout. Female Abra. Sweetheart. You know what? Oh yeah, Nest Ball would be here too. Nest Ball allows you to catch a Pokemon who's lower level and increases its odds of catching a Pokemon depending on the level between your Pokemon and that one. So since Butterfree's level 19, that's 11 levels higher than Abra, which makes Abra an easier catch. Or it raises the percentage to catching Abra. But yeah, you know, Abra Rock. And if we get the chance, I can name it Abby. I guess go for the one called Allie, since Alex is there. No, I have to name it Kiki because at that point, it's definitely not gonna have the needs of what I want it to have. I think after every 3 or 4 Abras, we'll go back to the Pokemon Center and we'll see what the nature of the level are. Because when I did this on my own game, it took me a box and a half to get the right Abra. Staryu, it didn't take that long. It took like maybe half a box for start. Excuse me. It took me half a box to get a Staryu. Modest nature. Actually, I ended up getting modest engine off of my search for Staryu. And one became a Staryu, the other one stayed Staryu. It also means I gotta plan a hell of a strategy against Sabrina. Because Sabrina's Alakazam with no Shadow Ball. Why does it know Shadow Ball in Gen 3? Well, because the game's algorithm was supposed to set that Psychic is supposed to be able to use basically type coverage was the thing. But they didn't think of Thief. So I gave him Shadow Ball. And Funny thing is, this is Generation 3, not 4, so that Shadow Ball is basically useless on Cabra. Hence why a lot of people try to go for Thief instead. Because for those with low power, it's still more evasive than teaching it Shadow Ball, although the Shadow Ball is supposed to be good for type matchup against Ghost Pokemon. There is no legitimate way of making teleport fail unless a Pokemon you have knows the ability Arena Trap, which is that a Pokemon cannot escape. Sadly, it's on Pokemon that cannot learn any of the Sleep moves. So, hence Duck Trio, Duck Duo, and Trap Edge. Which none of them can learn Sleep moves. I think they can learn, they can learn Yearn. They can learn Yawn. But the problem with Yawn, it's Yawn. So, yeah. Abby. Excuse me. And I'm right at a few people in school column. So I will have to leave the grass to go pick up the Pokemon submission and put like a few people. I don't think anybody would mind if I had the cheats for items and stuff. Mainly just red shit with the initiative money. It's totally fun. I'm not about to wake up on money trying to catch these Pokemon. I do it because I love it. Because funny enough, I would have used the glitch I would have used the code, the cheat code to give me Alakazam, but the codes don't work for some reason. Like the codes to get certain Pokemon and certain niches tend to not work because I tried that before and it bugged up the game. Well, it bugged up my game. Oh my god! It bugged up my game on my phone, and it restarted. And I had to restart the whole game. So, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck. Hold on, I gotta reset everything. Okay. Cause I kept on fucking streamers. I don't really need Magic Park for Cheetah. Okay, let's see. Bold, carefree. Oh, does any of them have the Twisted Spoon? No, okay. So yeah, that also makes things to know. Twisted Spoon is in this game, yeah. Generation 3 also introduced a lot of items. One of them is the Twisted Spoon. Twisted Spoon raises the attack power of a psychic type move. Adamant, Serious, Empress, Naive, Relax, Docile, Sassy. We can go back to that. This is gonna be for now. This will be for K. Or better yet. And I'm simply doing this by pressing the select button and then holding the A button and then traversing and then moving to the left or the right. That's how you can select all the Pokemon in the remote. Alright, average, turn this into K. Because it should be grass, plain, city, cave. I'm doing a location of it. So my Pokemon should be healed. I should have 2 of these slots. We're gonna go that back. Oh, I love that game. I think I'm more so love this Christmas stuff. And Serial City having my favorite movie. But actually no, because I think the movie's not till Sabrina. who she's my favorite villain cat, but this is a close second. Just because Misty has my favorite water type, so she's not my favorite Pokemon. Did my Discord? Oh no, it's like close my Discord. So I haven't gotten a notification from my Discord. And still ain't got shit in my Discord. Oh yeah, that's my Discord, right? I can check Discord on my phone, but Discord on my phone. Abra. And the only trick really that you'll have to do in terms of training up is leveling up Abra, is you're gonna have to just switch Abra in and out. We don't have any moves right now to give Abra to just in the full capacity for the asset that Abra will be having. Early game Abra, and there's not an easy Pokemon to beat. What's in the furry Please show me level 1 Earth attribute warrior 207 once per chain when an attack of a monster is dead Umami Doshi activates quick attack. You place one buddy fear counter on monsters with buddy fear counters cannot be covered out. Plus the turn quick attack. You can target one monster with buddy fear counters and then both that monster in this part instead of thereby creating the next turn. Fairy Bait. Alright, Alright. Alright. So let's go ahead and do Abra. Oh, and this Abra will be in the party. So when the party gets full, the Abra will start to connect to the dock. Would you like to name this Abra? Inner focus seriousness. That's minus attack, minus special attack. Here we go. Bellow Sprout. Catcher's P. Bellow Sprout. Oh boy. I don't know the speed up feature for my inline. So. Yeah, we are still sort of long. Well, I'm in this one. Literally. Oh no, I feel like coming home at the game. I'm so disappointed now. Oh, but with synchronized. Bashful nature. Bash. Oh no, Hardy is a neutral. What is? Bashful. Oh, Bashful is a neutral. Minus plus special attack. Ugh. This one is serious. This is the serious. Neutral on speed. Cool beans, bro. Cool beans. Alright, so neither of these are going to be relevant to my cause. It's on the king gets the mother needs. Oh, it's gonna help also. Okay. So I gotta do that 3 thing. 3 hours and then we go back. Ooh, well, you know. Fuck, and it's going to the teleport. Timid. Yes! Nice! Get out. And you got it. Alright, we have it. We have a timid natured Abra. So this is what a timid nature Abra with synchronized looks like. So, timid means that it will have high speed, low attack when it evolves. Special stats, just since are very nice and adorable. Excuse me, attack and defense, we don't really care about those on an Abra. So now we have our next member of our party. And we're gonna go ahead now, and the only thing we really have to deal with now is that Abra has to level up. So Abra needs 1, 2, 3, 4 levels to level up. No, 6 levels to level up. And to become Kadabra. Because Kadabra's evolution is on level 16. Yeah. Oh, so 2. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I'm just opening this. Oh, I see. I'll understand that later. Alright, so now that we have our Pokemon team high and healthy, and we have 3 out of our 6 party members, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the rest. Actually, let's say we're gonna move on to the rest of our journey. We're gonna head north to Bill's house. And we're gonna explore. Hold on 1 second, so I need to make sure the stream is okay. No, stream is fine. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move over to Bill's house. Pokemon Maniac Bill. Who is the guy who helped invent the Pokemon PC storage in the Kanto region. Oh, in the Johto region. And then in Gen 2, he raised the time machine over the Pokemon Center. This item here, TM45, Attract. Uses a Pokemon to attract the opposite gender. Fun fact, there are some Pokemon in earlier gens that can learn the move Attract. Petriberry, that cures paralysis off of a Pokemon. Might as well when you switch in that stuff. So, Ivysaur and Butterfree are gonna be getting a lot of help now. Attract TM45. Fun fact, we get this item as we get this TM for defeating what is her name? I should remember her name. For defeating Whitney in Generation 2. In 4, we get Attract. Attract can be used on any Pokemon that with the gender and then attract the opposite gender. It's basically confusing because you can basically swap Pokemon out and then they will be able to swap in and be unattracted. Now, the basis for Attract is that it was supposed to be another ability that they want to bring to the Pokemon series to kind of mention the whole sex thing. Because, yeah, fun fact, Pokemon do have genders, and that started in Gen 2 and onward for the breeding purposes, basically. Because you can put a male and a female Pokemon either a male and a female Pokemon into the daycare, and in the daycare the Pokemon within, by that point, level, will not only have the chances of leveling up, but they'll also be able to breed. And breed is something that you definitely want going on in your Pokemon team, because you can breed X. Have a little 11. Nice. Oh yeah, I have a rare candy. We can have Abra evolve sooner. This trainer here we'll talk about later, but no, the one over there. But let's take on this guy here. I believe he has 2 on it. If I'm not mistaken. No, he was at... Okay. Onyx level 17. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna switch out and we're gonna put Venusaur out here. The Venusaur is going to be a good trump card for the next couple of gyms. Sadly, Gym 6 and 7 are not going to be are not going to be Venusaur strong points. Ooh, Screech. That lowers my defense's Harpie. It's not going to matter because we're going to do Line Work and take you out. Alright, Abra is now level 12. Nice. Yeah. So I believe it is the trainer over there. That youngster is the trainer of interest if you're playing red or blue or green. In which that trainer only has one Pokemon. And I went up, it is Slowpoke. Slowpoke. Dual type, water and actually we got Pikachu. Dual type, water and psychic. So pretty good on the offense and the defense. Very bulky Pokemon. The reason why we showed this to this Pokemon. Wow, a critical, are you serious? And no static? Wow, I'm pissed. Anyway, so the reason why we are showing this for that Pokemon is because in Generation 1, and I don't know if it's akin to now, but the stats of that Slowpoke, in terms of special stats, are the same special stats that are on Mew at levels, because I don't think you encounter Mew in the wild through the glitch at about level 12 or level 15. So it's one of those things where, oh, this is a thing. And it's like, yeah, this is a thing. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Because that's how I learned about Mew glitch, actually, was through watching other live streams and Let's Plays. I should have a revive. Yes, I do. And we're gonna revive Pikachu. And then we're gonna get potion development. So Pikachu's gonna get a potion. Speary is gonna get a potion. And Butterfree doesn't get a potion. Butterfree does So yeah, we're actually gonna encounter this trainer. My dad took me on a great, my dad's taking a great trip to St. Anne in Vermilion City. Yep, and here's Slowpoke, the dopey Pokemon. So Slowpoke, like I said, there's nothing really spectacular about the Pokemon from what you see in front of you. So special. Good special attack, decent bulk, very bulky Pokemon. Something you run some really good bulky stuff on, like Curse, Yawn. It can learn Flamethrower. I didn't know that either. Yeah, it can learn Flamethrower. It can learn the Psychic and Thunder. So it's a really good Pokemon. It's I don't go for Slowpoke like a lot of people would think. It does have two, not one, but two evolutions. Its first evolution is Slowbro, who's also another bulky water type. At level 36, yeah. If you thought Gen 5 had the issues of late level evolutions, Generation 1 has them beat. Wow, that did not do more damage? Okay, and I see you. Not really, but I see you. Quickie attack. Nice. Alright. So, Abra's now level 13, baby. And Pikachu's close to level 14. Cool. But yeah, Slowpoke. Slowbro. We'll see Slowbro later on in the game. Slowbro will be an encounter in the wild. And then Slowking, Slowpoke's other evolution. You have to give Slowpoke the item, King's Rock. Have it hold the King's Rock. And then it will evolve via trade. Yeah, it's one of the Pokemon that evolves via trade while holding an item. That was one of the perks of version 2. It's not a good perk, but it was something. So yeah. So while bulky in that form, it tends to be more oriented to special attacking. It does, neither evolution has a really good move pool. I'm just gonna say that now. And luckily enough, later generations did fix that situation by giving really good defensive attacks and abilities to Psychic and Water Pokemon. More so Psychic, the Psychic really has an issue with physical attacks. Even though they tend to not be as bulky, especially the early gens. I want to say the only exception are maybe Generation 3 and 4, where Gen 3 we get the Metagross, Metang, and Beldum. Dual type, Psychic and Water. No, Psychic and Steel. So it's the first dual Psychic type that has both special and physical attributes to it. Really good sweeper, really good pseudo-legendary, because yeah, it's only one of a kind in Generation 3. You get it post-game, where once you defeat the champion, you go to Moss Peak City, and you go to Steven's house. Steven has left you a letter attached to a Pokeball, and in the Pokeball is a level 5 Beldum, and he gives you that Beldum. If you're playing Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, you got an event Pokemon when the game came out. That was Steven's Metagross. It did listen to you because it was at low enough level, and the more badges you got, the more it listened to you. And I do believe friendship counted in that game, so the more you interacted with that Metagross, that Beldum starting off, Beldum did start to trust you and obey you. So it was a nice itch, and it was a freebie from Pokemon Company. So that was even nice. We like freebies. The other thing about Psychic type Pokemon is that Generation 5 gave us some really good ones as well. Gothitelle and Reuniclus. More so Reuniclus, because I've seen Reuniclus in more battles than I have Gothitelle. Primarily because Reuniclus has two really amazing abilities. One of them is Magic Coat, the other one is Wonder Guard. Or no, Magic Coat and Magic Guard. Magic Guard is similar to Magic Guard, but basically it's only taking damage from moves that are actual moves. So no weather conditions doing damage to it. None of those shenanigans. It doesn't take damage from. One of them says that you don't take damage from status conditions like burn and poison. The other one protects you from weather conditions like hail and sandstorm. So you don't get any of the negative bonuses from those moves, and I'm just you. So that was a thing that made Generation 5 Psychic really good. Then there's Soligrith, who I did use in Generation 5, and that became my main Psychic type for Gen 5. Soligrith, Flying Psychic type, with two abilities. It has Magic Guard, which means that it won't be affected by weather conditions. And then I believe it has Magic Bounce, its hidden ability. So yeah, they made sure that we have some good. It's a rare encounter in the Desert Resort, but it's worth the encounter. If you get the chance to fight that Pokemon, it's highly recommended too, actually. I've watched a lot of videos recommending Soligrith. Soligrith has access to Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Sidekick, Air Cutter, a lot of really good moves in its move pool. And it's a highly recommended Pokemon if you're playing the game, because it's a good counter for a lot of Pokemon in that range. A good counter against Clay because it's flying. If you do give it Thunderbolt or Ice Beam, it's a good counter against Skyla. The Wonder Guard ability will help you against Ice. The only thing you have to worry about is Pokemon using Ice type moves, because you do have to remember Bryce is the Ice type gym leader. If you're playing in Part 2 Gen 4, then the only thing you really have to worry about is Drayton and Marlin. I think neither of them will have anything to really have to survive to. The evil teams, you won't have much of an issue because you got Side Shock and do physical damage. The Psychics is 10 points stronger in terms of power, so you're really not missing much at that point. And you can't learn Psychic in this move too. But stuff like Ice and Thunderbolt are definitely 2 wins on a Pokemon like that, especially when you're talking about taking advantage of a Pokemon's typing. Dual type of Flying and Psychic is really good, and it's a really good thing against level 4 because it can dual type win against all of Marshall's Pokemon. And a really good standalone against Caitlyn. Because remember, Caitlin's team is Psychic, so the only thing you have to worry about is her Meta Growth. But unfortunately, we don't know Flamethrower. I think we can learn Heat Wave. So don't quote me on that, but I know Heat Wave is something. Alright. Avro, where are you at, sweetheart? 150 to level 50. Okay. So this trainer here, we want to make this trainer come down. Why? Because we don't have tech yet. I'm a cool guy and I've got a cool girlfriend. That's good for you, Flint. Now I gotta beat you up, because you know you're gonna sit here and throw your relationship at me. Like I'm already single and don't have no relationship problems, okay? So anyway, yeah, so the Psychic type thing does get better in later gens. They start mixing a lot of stuff in. Fun fact, a lot of Psychic types in Generation 6 started getting the dual type of Fairy and Psychic, which really helps out the Psychic type because it gives them a lot of defenses, meaning that a lot of them are not weak to Dark, because Dark's weakness is Fairy. But it unfortunately gives them a weakness to Poison, so oops, that in Steel, which is a oops. Didn't need for that situation to happen. Alright, Rhyme is level 14. No moves left. Alright. Next up is Attack. So we're gonna bring out Abra, and then we're gonna put Butterfree back into the lineup. That was 89 HP? Yeah. Intimidate. I forget about this. Ekans has Intimidate for its ability. That just cuts the attack power of a Pokemon in half. Really good for some other stuff, but it's not something that I vibe with. Plus, if I know I'm going to get a physical attacker, then I'll put my Pokemon that does have Intimidate. I believe Gyarados has Intimidate, but I'm not using Gyarados as my main water type. It's not the that I use Gyarados as my main water type. Alright, Abra's level 15. And we defeated Flint. So, the item behind Flint, and I believe it's the same for Generation... No, it's different. This is Secret Power. This is the move that was introduced in Generation 3. Secret Power. Hold on, this is what's going to use. Let's show it off. Secret Power is a normal type move that has 70 power, 100% accuracy, and 20 PP. An attack that may have an additional effect depending on the terrain and its in. So, with Secret Power, depending on the location of which you use this move, different things will happen. If you're in a normal battlefield, I believe it does Slip. If you're in the water, it does Surf. If you're in a cave, I think it either will do Crunch or Shadow Ball. If you're in a mechanical area, I think it does Metal Claw. And if you're in a volcano area, it does Flamethrower. I know this because of the different games that do have Secret Power. Or, and I'm also thinking of the other move, which is Nature Power. Nature Power was also a move that was introduced in Generation 3. That it does various attacks depending on the location of the battle. Very good moves, very good powers and stuff. I believe this is special, as well as Nature Power being special. Nature Power is ironically found only on one Pokemon family, and that family happens to be Seedot. Seedot, Shiftry, Nestle. It's their signature. Now, Secret Power, on the other hand, this is a tier that you obtain in Generation 3 after you encounter a trainer on the route of Route 113. No, Route 111. Oh, is it Route 111? It's Route 111, I'm sorry. My mistake, it's Route 111, because this TM is used for secret bases. Kanto does not have any secret bases, I'm just going to put that out there right now, and it's more so with Gen 3, Gen 4, and... yeah, Gen 3 and Gen 6 remake situation. Well, Hoenn specifically, I'll say it that way. It's a Hoenn type of team. And it's a really cool team, like I said. It's just that on the Pokemon that uses it, it's a really good op if you need some additional support. I don't need the additional support, and I'm about to use this rare candy on my Abra, but my Abra can evolve. So now that we have it, Abra is level 16, meaning Abra will now evolve into another ferocious psychic type Pokemon. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Kadabra. As soon as this shit loads. There it goes. Meet Kadabra. Kadabra, known to the Japanese name as Yungu. Kadabra is pure psychic, synchronized or inner focus for its ability. Very good special attacker, and Kadabra is legitimately going. Unfortunately, won't evolve because I do not have access to trade. I know there is a way I can do some trades via emulator synchronization. I can easily trade between two, and I probably could get the Alakid now. But yeah, Kadabra is the psychic type Pokemon in evolve from Kadabra. This Pokemon has the ability to manipulate items using its mind, and it carries a spoon in which it can unleash a lot of its power. The star that is actually on Kadabra's head is meant for its inner focus and its ability to maintain its psychic powers. Funny enough, Kadabra is also based off of the Kitsune, the trickster fox through Japanese legend, where it has the ability, and actually we see this more from the manga, where Kadabra has the ability to work itself into other Pokemon, or even people, as it becomes Imposter Oak, a familiar card for most of you who've played Pokemon card game. Imposter Oak is based off of Sabrina's Kadabra tricking Red into believing that it is Professor Oak, and finding out Professor Oak has now been kidnapped by Team Rocket. Yeah, that was actually a big plot point in the manga. But yeah, this is my Kadabra, and look at those jumping stats. Yeah, Kadabra is a beast, and I love having Kadabra on my team. I love that name too, Kadabra, which is actually a magic word. Now, for many of you are going to ask this question: where's Kadabra been in the last couple of gens? Well, Kadabra, there was a situation with Kadabra in Generation 3. This is due to the magician Kellen Geller, I'm sorry, or Eric Geller, or Aaron Geller? I can't remember the man's name, but he basically threatened to sue Pokemon for using his likeness, as he was the magician that had the ability to manipulate spoons. That's his thing, or a psychic, I believe. But, I knew this was gonna happen. 15 years later, he decides to change his whole little snack thing, and stop being a jerk about this situation. And hold on, guys, I'm refreshing it right now. Just hang in there with me. It should be refreshed. If it's not refreshed, I'll do the screen trick. Yeah, I'm gonna do the screen trick. I'm gonna be right back, screen. It should say we're being right back. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I have to do a diagnostics run on my computer to figure out what's exactly going on. Okay, there we go. So yeah, Keller Junger, basically threatening to sue the Pokemon Company if they continue to use his likeness for Kadabra. This is a very dick move. So if you're wondering why there hasn't been any Pokemon cards of Kadabra from Generations 3 all the way onward, is because of that. And about 2020, he decided to, he apologized to the Pokemon community and the Pokemon Company, and said that it was okay for them to continue to use their Pokemon based on his likeness. There's really no similarity between this man and Kadabra other than they've been spoons. And I think just the name of Younger was a reference to his name, Kellen Younger. So, yeah, sit down somewhere, old man. And funny enough, it was his grandkids that basically were mad at him because of it. One of them is a fan of Kadabra, and was upset that there's no Kadabra Pokemon card in Act Y. I'm like, damn. You think your grandchildren really dick you to stick up your ass? You asshole. Anyway, we have Kadabra on our team. Funny enough, one of the Aether Foundation members, I think I forget his name, but he's the creepy dude that works next to Lucina in the Pokemon manga and anime in game. I can't remember his name. But yeah, he sucks. But he has Psychic type. Funny enough, I think all the Aether Foundation actually uses Psychic type Pokemon. So it was the first time we actually got to see an organization depict themselves as using Psychic types. Anyway, benefits to Kadabra is that we do see Kadabra here and there. Kadabra, of course, is in reference to being a Sabrina. Well, it's on Sabrina's too. We'll see Sabrina's Kadabra soon. Third thing about Kadabra is very high special attack, very high special defense, but physical attacks are very low for Kadabra. I know they tried to change it, but those changes did not really benefit Kadabra. Upon evolution, Kadabra will learn the move Confusion, as one of its means to defend itself. The other thing about Kadabra is if you go and you try to relearn moves Kadabra will then have the move Kinesis, which the animation for is that a spoon is created through psychic power and it is used to lower the accuracy of an opponent's Pokemon. Later generations allow Kadabra to actually have that move in its move pool upon evolution and upon capture. More so if you capture at early levels, like say levels 16 or level 25, it will have that move. It will have Teleport, Confusion, and Kinesis. Funny enough, yeah, Generation 2 and onward will have Kadabra be able to be caught. You can catch Kadabra here in Kanto, Gen 2, near Saffron City. You can catch Kadabra later on if you go through the post game in Serenity Cave. You can also get it, I believe, Generation 4, Kadabra the Wild Encounter, in the upper near Veilstone City. There's patches of grass between Veilstone City and Solasic Town where you can go and catch Kadabra. And those Kadabras will be in the range of levels 18 to 23. And the highest might be 23. I know this because I did farm for Kadabra there in Gen 4. Does Kadabra appear anywhere else? Not in Gen 5, because that's Alakazam can trade. And the Alakazam there is named Birdie. Funny enough, the Alakazam has the hidden ability, Magic Bounce. Magic Bounce is a hidden ability that they have. Also, Bill's house! And, well, where is Bill? Bill? Well, let's talk to this Pokemon. Hi, I'm Pokemon. No, I'm not. I'm called Bill. I'm the true Pokemaniac. What is that skeptical look? I'm not joshing you. Yeah, and this is actually the first time I have to use that actual phrase. I'm not joshing you, lady. I screwed up an experiment and got combined with a Pokemon. So how about it? Will you help me out? Sure. Wait till I get inside the teleporter. Then when I do, you go to my PC and run the cellular separation system. So yeah, Bill decided to combine his DNA with a Pokemon. It is funny because we actually don't even see the Pokemon that Bill usually. Out here, it looks like Clefairy, which, Bill, you fucking creeper. I know what you do with little girls. Don't do that, Bill. That's gross. We do not support pedophilia. Anyway, and later, I know in Generation 1, he was in the shape of, I believe is the monster shape, so that it features on a monster Pokemon, so you know which Pokemon he could have easily been. Oh, he went for what he looked like in the manga. Bill fused with Eradicate. And funny enough, Red helped Bill out by trying to catch the Fearow that was trying to eat Bill. No, if you look at the earlier chapters, I think it's right after Red battles Misty for the Cascade badge. he finds out that Bill lives north of Cerulean City, and so he goes to interact. He goes to meet Bill and see about the Pokédex and learn more about the Pokemon system, about the PC system, the Pokemon capture system. And you didn't. That's a bummer. Oh, Bill here is going to give you, for thanking you, controller, really? Hold on. The controller's being stupid. There it goes. Probably because it wants to be wireless. For helping out Bill, we get the SS ticket. This allows us to get on the SS Air. Also, we're gonna, interested, go and have a good time. Yeah, Bill himself cannot go, and he was actually asked to come to the event. If you feel like it, you can check out my PC for rare Pokemon. Go ahead, check it out. So, Bill's favorite Pokemon is Eevee. And you will see Eevee in Eevee's Kanto evolutions. So, this is Eevee, the Eevee right in the game. Then, this is Flareon, the Flame Pokemon. I know, Flareon. Jolteon, the Lightning Pokemon. And Vaporeon, the Bubble Jet Pokemon. So, each of those Pokemon in Eevee are now registered in your Pokedex. So if you go into your Pokedex now, you will see Eevee, Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon. And sorry about that, it's because my PC had another blackout. So yeah, you'll be able to see these Pokemon. Eevee, the evolution Pokemon. This Pokemon has the ability to evolve into various Pokemon depending on its location and its interactions. This Pokemon now has a total of counted 8 evolutions. Yes, it has a fire evolution in the form of Flareon, has the electric evolution in the form of Jolteon, its water evolution in the form of Vaporeon, its psychic evolution in the forms of Espeon, its dodge evolution in the forms of Umbreon, its ice evolution in the form of Glaceon, its grass evolution in the form of Leafgreen, and its fairy evolution in the form of Sylveon. Each of these Pokemon are at least a gen or 2 gens apart. Since we're playing Generation 3, our highest Eevee evolution will be its dual evolutions of Umbreon and Espeon, which, fun fact, Eevee is a starter choice in Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu to make amends for Eevee in terms of, because the thing about Eevee is that Eevee was so, they wanted to do the paying homage to Pokemon Yellow, but they didn't want to do everything in one cartridge, and there wasn't enough ability to access Kanto like they wanted to. So what they did was they split all the Kanto Pokemon between 2 games. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. You are still able to catch Pikachu and Eevee within those respective games, so you're not going to miss out. But in terms of it, Eevee has a slew of moves, as well as Pikachu has a slew of moves, and you can learn those moves within the Pokemon Center. In addition to that, Eevee and Pikachu have Gigantamax forms, as well as terrestrializing forms in later generations. Generation 7, actually, we went further than that. Pikachu and Eevee have Z moves from those generations. They have Gigantamax forms in Generation 8. And then in Generation 9, both of them have terrestrialized forms. And funny enough, I believe there's supposed to be a bit Pokemon for Eevee and Pikachu, where you can get special moves on those Pokemon. Another thing to note about Eevee, or more so Eevee's evolutions, Espeon and Umbreon. They were the first of Eevee evolutions to be used as starter Pokemon for the game Pokemon Coliseum, which was the first GameCube game for the Pokemon series, and the first time we got to see a full 3D adventure and 3D aspect of Pokemon that did not include gyms, Elite Four, and other things like that. It has a completely, totally different storyline. And funny enough, it is supposed to have some, they know about the lands that interact with Pokemon and have gyms and stuff. Also, Pokemon Conquest, the Dynasty Warriors-esque Pokemon game. Also features Eevee as a starter Pokemon. For the protagonist of that game has Eevee as his main starter. And depending on your interactions and your connections with Eevee, Eevee will evolve depending on it. I believe I've had Eevee evolve into Umbreon in that game. Which is crazy. Later on, we do get introduced to Eevee's other evolution. Since we're speaking of his evolutions, we can go down the line. Flareon, the flame Pokemon. Flareon in generations 1 through 4 are not very good. Even generation 5, where they finally decided to give Flareon some decent fire coverage, Flareon tends to be the physical attacker. The thing is, earlier gens don't give Flareon that really good lineup of physical moves to help out with its fire typing. Yes, it'll get Flame Wheel. Yeah, it can have Flame Charge. Problem is, these are things that happen after Gen 3. And sadly enough, up until Generation 5, where in its own move pool get access to Flame Wheel Flare Blitz, you have better selections of fire type Pokemon. You just have Flareon in your box because, well, Eevee evolution. Jolteon, the lightning Pokemon. Jolteon, evolving from I forgot about one thing. Flareon can evolve from Eevee using a Fire Stone. Yeah, the first 3 evolutions of Eevee are not so beneficial, and throughout the games, they will give you evolution stones in case you do want to evolve Eevee into one of his evolutions, or you massively breed Eevee generations 2 and onward to get all of Eevee's evolutions as well as Eevee itself. While Eevee evolves into a fire type using the Fire Stone, with the Thunder Stone you can evolve into Jolteon. Jolteon, the lightning Pokemon, or I think the Volt Pokemon. The spikes on Jolteon's mane are can be very dangerous, and can even can prick the hell out of its opponents. Jolteon's lightning fast speed and its quick reflexes makes a really good Pokemon if you're looking for an electric type. It does learn some electric type moves. Sadly, it won't learn any of its good moves till later levels, and that good move only, unfortunately, is Thunder. However, there is one good thing about Jolteon, that sadly, up until a point of now, it's probably the only real benefit you get out of Jolteon. Jolteon is one of the rare occasions of being a Pokemon that isn't of the Bug type, that can learn a Bug type move. In Jolteon's move pool, because of its spikes, it learns the move Pin Missile. Pin Missile was actually really good on Jolteon because it allowed Jolteon to help one thing that was an issue in Generation 1. Dealing with Psychic types, primarily dealing with Sabrina. Most people would go into the gym either using a very bulky physical attacker that had some decent stats to defend itself against special, or they would send in Jolteon who had a decent special stat on its own and had the attack of Pin Missile to cover the Psychic type situation. Generations later on does improve Jolteon's move pool and make Jolteon a really good Pokemon to handle, so there really isn't two downsides to it. It's just that unfortunately, there are better electric type Pokemon that came out in later gens, and that's why a lot of people stay away. But you do get your Jolteon because Jolteon. Now, in the fandom of the Jolteon evolutions, and please don't ever look up this Pokemon online because the fandom gets really kinky with this one. Vaporeon, the Bubble Jet Pokemon. Vaporeon can evolve from Eevee using a Water Stone. Vaporeon is what we consider the tank of the original trio. It has really good really good defenses, really good HP, and wow, can this thing do some damage. One of the benefits from having Vaporeon, it has the access to the ice move, Aurora Beam, which is really good, and it lowers physical attack stat. The other thing about this Pokemon is Acid Armor, which is a poison type move that this Pokemon can learn that raises its defenses. So while being good in special defense, it can also be really good in physical defense and basically be your wall. When a move pool like Wish, Acid Armor, Surf, and Ice Beam to cover for type coverage, this thing is actually a pretty good Pokemon to have. If you decided not to use a water starter and you want an option for a water type, Vaporeon is one I definitely recommend. Moving on to the Eevee's evolutions in terms of Generation 2, we have the duo of Umbreon and Espeon. Fun fact, Umbreon and Espeon's images were actually changed in their final design. Funny enough, they pay homage to Espeon changes by Espeon being a lime green S color as it's shiny. I know it's really ugly, but we live with it. Espeon, the psychic Pokemon. Espeon, the morning sun Pokemon. Espeon can Eevee will evolve into Espeon through maxing out its friendship and evolving it during the day. Yeah, this is the instance of time evolutions, and I'm not joking. Time and friendship evolutions, and it was one of the worst things you can do, simply because the Gen 2 level curve really hurt a lot of Pokemon, and because of how friendship is oriented in Gen 2, there are ways to implement friendship. One of them is by visiting Goldenrod, and there is a set of brothers in the Goldenrod tunnel. They will appear every day, and what you can do is if you talk to each of the siblings, the brothers will do haircuts on Eevee, and that will improve Eevee's friendship values with you, the trainer. If you do this enough time, let's say give it about a couple of days, you battle with Eevee and you max out Eevee's friendship by having it walk around, having it win battles, having it win important battles like Elite Four, Gen battles, and even against your rivals. Eevee will then stack on the points. Once Eevee starts liking, once Eevee's friendship maxes out, depending on what time of day you want to evolve Eevee, you will get the options of Espeon or Umbreon. If you want Espeon, do it during the day. You do it from 6 a.m. all the way to 6 p.m. If you want Umbreon, the dark Pokemon, or the evening night Pokemon, I believe that's what Umbreon is called. Hold on, I have my Pokedex. I can let you know what his name is. I know one of them is the sun, and I'm pretty sure he's the moon. But Umbreon is the evolution of Umbreon is Eevee's evolution, dark evolution. When you evolve Eevee during the nighttime when the friendship maxes out. And they're both really good Pokemon. Umbreon specializes in defense, both physical and special, while Espeon is a really good special attacker. Both of them have some pretty good moves. The sad thing is that depending on what level your Eevee evolves, will determine of what moves your Eevee will learn. Because remember, Generation 2 does not have a move relearner. That is Gen 3 and onward. And unfortunately, if you missed out on moves, and trust me, I've missed out on some moves on my Eevee, sadly, it will not help Espeon and Umbreon. This is why I do highly recommend trying to do duplication tricks so that you can have Umbreon and Espeon and learn moves through TM. Primarily teaching Umbreon Shadow Ball and Toxic because of the stat lineups for Umbreon are really good in poke to Shadow Ball into Toxic. Really good stall out too. Give it a couple of good moves to stall itself out, and that's a really good stalling Pokemon. While Espeon, you can its whole lineup on special attack, giving it moves like Psychic. Later on, Dazzling Gleam as Generation 6. Shadow Ball as a Gen 4 and onward to cover its weakness to Ghost. And funny enough, it can learn Signal Beam as a Generation 4, so you can even give it a move like that to cover its weakness to Dark. So yeah, they're really good Pokemon, and they were actually the starters that you could get, that you automatically have when you play Pokemon Coliseum. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness actually gives you Eevee, and you have the chance of evolving your Eevee depending on what choices you make within the game. Most people actually wait it out and try to catch multiple Eevees or bring Eevees over so that you can have Umbreon and Espeon together, because Generation 3 introduces double battles, and Umbreon and Espeon are an amazing double battle team. So with stuff like Helping Hand and being a really good double move. And I believe, Umbreon and Espeon can learn it through leveling up. So it's a really good thing on it. Also, Baton Pass is an attack that they both can learn, meaning that if you set up some Calm Minds and switch out, you make a special attacker come in there and do a really good tank, or do some curses and switch into a physical attacker or a physical wall and make the physical wall do some hefty damage. Going into my least favorite EV evolution, Glaceon and Leafeon. These Pokemon are Generation 4 EV evolutions. We'll see them when we get to Generation 4, but I'm going to talk about them here. Because why? Well, I got the time for it. Glaceon, the Icicle Pokemon. EV's evolution while evolving EV around an icy rock. Yes, I'm not joking. An icy rock. And you won't get this till literally later on in your journey. Completely later on in your journey, because when you get EV in Gen 4, you get it in Heart Home. You won't get to the Icicle till you're going to Snow Point City, the highest point in the Sinnoh region, on the main island. I wish I was joking, but I'm legitimate serious. Glaceon is pure ice, giving it all the weaknesses that ice has, meaning that its only resistance is its own typing. Sadly enough for Glaceon, and I checked this enough, and I wish, sorry about the blackout, hold on. And I wish they fixed this in later gens, is that Glaceon, being an ice-type Pokemon, doesn't get it gets a decent move pool. It is not a strong move pool, and I wish it was a lot stronger, considering that ice is really good. It's just, unfortunately, ice gets the shit in of the sticks. And I wish that wasn't the case, because ice can be so much more if Pokemon Company didn't shit on ice. I mean, they try to do a lot of dual typings with ice, but even in that, it gives more weaknesses than it does anything. And sadly enough, I wish they didn't do that, because they could have just improved on Ice's ability. You had enough generations to improve on Ice's whole shtick. Sorry, I'm having issues with my computer. Please give me a moment. I don't know what's going on. It might be some issues with my laptop. Like I said, I gotta do a diagnosis on my laptop to see what's going on. Probably have to look like it's a video or something to figure that out. But yeah, Glaceon, we evolved by touching Icy Rock. Luckily, later on in the series, Generation 7 and onward, they give you the Ice Stone, which you can give to an Eevee and it'll evolve into a Glaceon. Also, vice versa, Leafeon Eevee's Grass evolution, using a Mossy Stone, you can find Leaf Stones and just give it to Eevee and have Eevee evolve into Leafeon. This was something that they wanted to incorporate in Generation 2, but they decided to drop it because they're going to do that for Umbreon and Espeon while they're introducing the new item, the Sunstone, and giving some purpose of the Moonstone to Eevee and how Eevee would interact with the Moonstone. Since we're not going to have that encounter situation, yeah, they decided to cop out and try to fix that for later generations because they did not include an Icy or Mossy Rock in Generation 7 and 8. So they just decided to go ahead and give that whole thing to them. Funny fact, Generation 8, in the Dragonic Lake, there's an area near there that has 8 stone pillars that seem to form inward like 2. And what they are, in that area, you're able to interact, depending on the weather, one of Eevee's evolutions. Yeah, it's late game, but yeah, you can interact with Eevee's evolutions. Even though you can interact with Eevee earlier on in the game, if you want to directly just catch one of Eevee's evolutions, you can in the Dragonic Lake on the Dragonic Shore. There's also a really cool name for it as well. In the Dragonic Shore, depending on the weather, if it's a sandstorm, you're able to interact with Umbreon. If it's raining, you have a 50% chance of it either being either Vaporeon or Jolteon, depending on the rain. If it's heavy rain, it's Jolteon. If it's light rain, it's a chance of it being Vaporeon. Sylveon, the area has to be misty. If it is a very sunny, if it's a nice sunny day, then it's the chance of Espeon being the Pokemon you encounter. If it's harsh sun, then it's Flareon. And I believe that's all Eevee's evolution. Oh, Leafeon as well. Leafeon also is encountered through heavy sun. So it's either Leafeon or Flareon, 50% chance in harsh sun. In regular sun, it's Espeon. In mist, it's Leafeon. I mean, it's Sylveon. And if it's Sandstorm, it's Umbreon. Heavy rain, Jolteon. Light rain, Vaporeon. Then, on top of that, the evolution into Glaceon. I mean, yeah, Glaceon, while shitting on it for having Ice type and having multiple weaknesses Ice has, there really isn't much to go off from Glaceon. It's just cute. That's really what it is. And then Leafeon, unfortunately, just happens to be grass, so that doesn't make it any more better than that. Leafeon is actually a really good physical attacker, so if you're looking for one of Eevee's evolution to be a physical attacker, besides Flareon, Leafeon is one of them as well. Leafeon can do the mixed things as well, being a physical attacker or a special attacker, so it's the first of that. And it's a decent Pokemon. It's a decent Pokemon. Decent here. It does learn a lot of the grass type moves, including Sunny Day, and funny enough, it learns Solar Blade, a move that comes out in Generation 2, I believe. Or Generation 5, I think, has Solar Blade. One of the Pokemon in that gen can actually use it. Oh, it's Virizion. Yeah, so it's Gen 5. Then we move all the way to Generation 6. So yeah, we skip Gen 5 in terms of Eevee's evolutions, but we go to Generation 6. Sylveon, the fairy Pokemon. This Pokemon increases depending on, and I'm telling you this now, it's not happiness. I think it's happiness. It's a happiness value. It's not a friendship, happiness. It's a happiness evolution, and you must have a fairy type move on Eevee. Sadly enough, the only two fairy, and this is actually something that happens later on. They move a lot of moves into the fairy type, one of them being Charm. So if Eevee has Charmed in its move pool, it is able to evolve into Sylveon. Funny enough, I've had this situation happen where my Eevee almost was going to evolve into Umbreon, and upon stopping it, I leveled it up again, and then it became Sylveon. Because yeah, that can be a thing too. Because depending on day or night, the cycle might interfere, and it might either become Sylveon or Umbreon. But that is the thing that happens in the game. Sylveon, pure fairy type. And when we talk about the artwork of the Pokemon, it's actually really cute. It has ribbons over its body, and apparently, according to Pokedex, those ribbons are its skin. So yeah, let's creep you out a little more. Sylveon, being pure fairy, means that it has a weakness to steel, and steel and poison are its weaknesses. The Generation 6, when they introduced steel and they introduced fairy, they gave fairy a weakness of poison and steel. Their information of what fairy is supposed to be is that fairy type is supposed to be based off of the mystics of fairies, where they're really good against the darkness, which is why they have dark has a weakness to them. They like to cast a lot of tricks and spells, which is why fighting type have a weakness to fairy. And the things of modern technology and modern creation is the reason why fairy will have a weakness to steel. And there are lores about fairies that being poisoned kills them. Poisons kill them. So that's why they have a poison weakness. They also have not a very good stance against fire, because fire tends to be a thing that works off fairy spirits as well. So that's why they ended up making fairy type moves not very effective against fire. In opposed to that, Sylveon has an amazing pool. It's basically Espeon 2.0. It can learn psychic moves, it can learn Shadow Ball, it can learn dark type moves. It's a jack of all trades. It's a really good Pokemon, and it's a lot of people's favorites in terms of Eevee evolution. It's nowhere up there next to Umbreon or Vaporeon, but it's really up there for a lot of people, including myself. I class it as one of my favorite Eevee evolutions. My favorite Eevee evolution, funny enough, is a tie between Espeon and Umbreon, because I really don't care too much about Gen 1's. Flareon, Jolteon's okay, but I need electric type, and I don't use Vaporeon because, well, there's water. So my option for water can just be better in other situations, especially when water is all over the goddamn place. And yeah, and that's the whole thing about the Eevee evolution. Now, if you want to see some really cool Eevee evolution and stuff like that, I definitely would suggest you playing the later game so you can catch all the Eevee evolution and not have the trouble of dealing with Eevee's evolutions in terms of trying to get them. So, if you refresh the page, I should be back in movement. So, now I'm trying to get my controller together. Let me try to see if I can connect my controller wireless. With that, stop these issues. But I might have to go to my settings and connect with my controller. Yeah. Never let you go. Checking for Xbox controller. Connecting with Xbox controller. Connected. There you go. Alright, so now I can play this wirelessly without being connected to the goddamn computer. Alright, so now that we have seen Bill, we talked to these two here, so the Chamber Service Gaming Spot. Misty, the gym leader, has high hopes about this place. Hello there, are you here alone? If you are, this Cerulean cake, well, it should be, well, it's for couples. So, yeah, this is a couple's retreat with the Cerulean cake. And apparently when Misty finds her boyfriend, she's gonna come here. And we fucked that up in Gen 4. Yeah. Oh man, the Gen 4 situation. So, Misty is not at her gym in Generation 4. They actually tell you that. They said Misty's out on a date, and you go and fuck up the date for her. Because you have done these interactions, now you can actually come down here to, and talk to the police officers. The people here were robbed. It was obviously done by Team Rocket. Even our police force are having trouble with the Rockets. So yeah, if you go inside their house, there's a mess here. Oh my god. Team Rocket must have tried to dig their way into no good. Those miserable Rockets. Look at what they've done to my house. They stole a TM for teaching a Pokemon how to dig holes. I was going to use it on Mankey or Sandshrew. That cost me a bundle. Yeah. Funny enough, in this gen, you can buy digs. And funny enough, Pokemon Stadium, Kadabra has dig in her move pool. I'm not lying, Kadabra has dig in his move pool. But yeah, here we are. We have the quote in its Divine Standard. No, it's a rocket trying to disguise himself as in its Divine Standard. They actually make this a lot more prevalent in Let's Go Eevee. But there's no real threat. It's just that you have to deal with a Machamp. And the next Pokemon coming out is Drowsy. And this is our first interaction with Drowsy. Drowsy, oh hey, Kadabra learned Disable. The last move the Pokemon used, that Pokemon won't be able to use it for 2 to 5 turns. Drowsy, pure Psychic type. Amnesia for its ability, meaning that it cannot be put to sleep. Drowsy is actually based off Tapir. Funny enough, in Japanese folklore, oh, I love that cry. No. So yeah, Japanese folklore depicts that tapirs. There's a mythical tapir that has the ability to work out dreams. Yeah, see, that's disabled ability. The last move that we used cannot be used anymore. Good enough that I did that because now I'm going to start pecking at Drowsy. Oh, and Drowsy's signature, Hypnosis. Puts a Pokemon to sleep. It's a lot more accurate than Sleep Powder. And here goes the Hypnosis. Thanks, Drowsy. So yeah, we're disabled no more, but we are under sleep. Sleep is a nasty thing to deal with, but we're going to use our Awakening, my glad activities, to help deal with it. Drowsy and Hypno is evolution. One of the few Pokemon in the few Psychic types in Generation 1 actually has some pretty good physical defense. Funny enough, they're really good. They have some decent physical defense. It's just unfortunately they don't have the defensive stat to really back that up. But they try. So, alright, level 17 on Spirit. Love it. Alright, and let's keep moving on, ladies and gentlemen. So, alright, we have defeated the Rocket Grunt, and he said I'll return to TM. He stole TM28. That is the TM that teaches Pokemon Dig. And then he leaves. So, what else? I decided to teach Diglett how to dig without ATM. So I figured what's lost is lost. I decided to go teach Diglett how to dig. Yeah, Diglett automatically learns to dig. At least level 25. So yeah, you just hear the same thing from the girl. But yeah, that is basically it. We have one more thing to do now, and that is taking on Misty, the Brilliant City Gym Leader and the Maiden of Water-type Pokemon. That's actually the same phrase that they use in Pokemon Stadium when they talk about Misty. Although here in the games, they have the term tomboyish mermaid, because Misty's a very tomboyish character. She's not the girly girl. She can be a girly girl, but she chooses not to be a girly girl. Sad thing is, if we're gonna take on Misty, funny enough, the only Pokemon I can actually I have 3 out of 4 of my Pokemon right now. Because if Pikachu was higher level, then I would have a problem. So I can easily just take on Misty and Pikachu. But Butterfree and Ivysaur should also be enough to deal with this gym. But we're gonna test our values out. Let's go ahead and see if we can take on Misty. So Misty is the water specialist in Kanto. She specializes in water type Pokemon. Misty, as we all know, is of course seen in the Pokemon anime, being alongside Ash during his journeys in Kanto and Johto. And she makes a couple of brief appearances in later generations, like Gen 3, where she makes her call back. She also makes another one as traveling with Ash during his earlier part of his return to Kanto for the Pokemon Frontier. Misty, in terms of the video game, is an ultimate beast. She scares a lot of people. Oh, you got to be kidding. Please tell me that my controller did not just disconnect. Even doesn't when oh my god, it must be a jinx. Must be a jinx. Anyway, so the Pokemon that will see here are all of the water type. We got Horsey, the Wayward Pokemon. Yeah, Horsey starts to get very dragonic throughout its evolution line. Horsey into its evolution Seadra. They do actually know some really good dragon type moves. They know Twister starting out. They can learn Dragon Breath, Dragon Pulse through later gens. And funny enough, they do have a final evolution into Kingdra, dual type water dragon. So literally its only real weakness is at that point dragon. Because it has a resistance to electric and fire once it becomes dragon type. Makes it very nasty to deal with, as Claire has one on her team. Juan and Wallace both have one on their team. Sure. And it's one of those Pokemon that just keeps getting better and better through later gens. It is a trait evolution, so you'll need to have the item known as the Dragon Scale to equip to Seadra, and then Seadra will evolve into Kingdra. Next up is Shelder. Normally known for its appearance of being a clam, Shelder, funny enough, has its evolution into Cloister through Waterstone. Shelder becomes dual type once it becomes Cloister, and I do believe we see Cloister later on. But very bulky defensive Pokemon, not too good. It actually gets better in generations later, where it has the ability Skill Link, which moves that it learns are 2 to 5 will automatically hit for 2 to 5. We'll hit 5 straight away. Sitting there on the podium with the one under it is of course the name of water Pokemon herself, Misty. And actually, fun fact, if you go to the back of the gym here, Misty's gym will actually show you the Cascade badge, which is something you win for defeating Misty. We won't have the ability to do this till later on, but we'll be able to use Surf and surf through the water. Generation 2, or I want to say Generation 3 as well, later gens allow you to use your rods here to fish for Pokemon. Misty's gym does seem to have a couple Pokemon, and I'm quite surprised that she doesn't yell at you for trying to capture her Pokemon. But the new trainer class here is Swimmers. They specialize in water-type Pokemon. We'll see a lot of Swimmers later on. And then later in Generation 2 and onward, they split the Swimmers between Swimmer male and Swimmer female. The next trainer up here is Gianna, the Picnicker, and she also has some water types on her team. Goldeen, another staple of Misty. Goldeen is actually a physical attacker of the water type. Sadly enough, Goldeen's physical stats do not do it well in these gens. It does have access to the move X, so it has some clearance against grass type. But other than that, you're not getting too much out of Goldeen. You got a decent scattered Pokemon that specializes in physical attack. The downside to this is that it's a physical attacker. So, oh fuck, I gotta refresh the screen. Hold on. Oh, I know this is gonna be fucking mess when I have to download it. Cause I ain't gonna have to download this instruction for later on. Hold on, we're gonna go to the Be Right Back screen, and then that should fix the screen layout itself, so now you can actually see me, yeah, in the gym. You can't see me over here. My recordings are shit on this, and I don't know why. I think I might finally now switch to OBS. Double Team. Oh, that's actually a really good move. Double Team is actually banned in competitive play, because what it does is that it is the effectiveness of the Pokemon using. Unless you're using a move that doesn't miss, like Shockwave, Aerial Ace, Swift, and stuff like that, those are the only moves that are going to get over Double Team, because Double Team raises the evasive, meaning Pokemon will not be able to attack you because your evading stat has gone up. That's a secret stat that actually is in the game as well. I won't be learning Double Team because they're really... Oh, yes, we can learn Double Team. It's actually a TM 23. No, 22, 32. But I don't see any moves that I would like to get rid of. Maybe Tail Whip? So I can have it, really no need, I'm not going to be physically attacking with Pikachu. So alright, we'll give it Double Team. And yeah, there it goes, level 15 Pikachu. We're going to go heal, because we're not taking on Misty in these conditions. But yeah, we're level 15. Sadly enough, Misty's highest level Pokemon is Staryu, and it's level 18. So, alright, we're gonna go heal, and then we're gonna go take on the Cerulean City Gym leader, Misty. Misty's outfit changes throughout the game. So if you're noticing Misty's changes, yeah. Misty was probably the precursor to Generation 2 female swimmers design, because they literally take the look straight from Misty in terms of the anime. Funny enough, they have a similar look to Misty of what she looks like in Generation 2, but she looks adorable in Gen 2. She looks amazing. So what is your preference on catching training Pokemon? My policy is all out options for water-type Pokemon. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Misty, the Cerulean City Gym Leader and the Mistress of Water-type Pokemon. Misty starts off this battle with Staryu, level 18, with the ability Illuminize, meaning that raw encounters are increased. We good move to have here. I also believe it might have natural cover, so don't quote me on that. But Staryu has the attacks Tackle, Harden, and Water Pulse. Staryu is a really good Pokemon, and in later gens, Staryu, I mean even in this, Staryu is a beast. Like Staryu and Starmie, oh my god, they are a beast. In Generation 1, Misty would at this point use what's called an X item that will increase stats. She does have hold to X Potion? No, X Defense to raise the defense of her Pokemon. That is the signature move here in the gym, Water Pulse, a Gen 3 move that 60 power, 100% accuracy. It has the ability to a 30% chance of confusing the opponent. Oh, there's Misty Super Potion. Yeah, the gym leaders are going to start using potions and stuff. Misty is not afraid to use hers. She has super potions in her life, which will restore 50% HP. And she's gonna go for her stab with Water Pulse. I'm not surprised because this is Misty. The other thing to note about Staryu, actually, since we have Staryu on the field, Staryu, the colors of this Pokemon are representative of parts of the rainbow. The jewel in the center of it is actually its brain system. And oh my god, we are being struck by Water Pulse. I'm trying to recover before HP. Because what she's trying to do here is she's trying to lower my HP by hitting me with the Water Pulse. Because it does stab. And then hitting me with Tackle so she can max out the damage. I feel like switching on Ivysaur will be able to take a lot of this. Oh good, we got the static. Meaning that we'll go first. And haha, Misty. The only thing that really helps Misty now is she has natural cure on her Staryu, which means she'll have to switch out Staryu for Pikachu. Oh my god, that did so much damage. I'm glad it wasn't a critical. I'm wanting the paralysis to start kicking in, but it's not kicking in. And there goes the Water Pulse. Alright, now we're gonna go on to Source so we can absorb Water Pulse. What are we lying with? So yeah, Misty does have this Pokemon in her anime team. She also has this in a lot of the games involved. But they replaced it for her ace. Because her ace never changes. Funny fact, in Japan, Staryu's name is Hitodamen, which means Starman. And funny enough, the cry for Staryu did not change from the Japanese version, nor did Staryu, where there are actually supposed to be references to superheroes, or more so Kamen Rider, or the Kamen Rider series, where they do all these fabulous poses and cry when they're in battle. So it's a nice homage to this. But here is the real nightmare of Misty's team. Ladies and gentlemen, my favorite water-type Pokemon, Starmie. If you watch the anime and you see the game, Starmie is actually all over Misty's gym. When Misty became gym leader of the Cerulean Gym, she made sure that everything was in for her. Starmie, Bull type, Water Psychic, level 21, with natural cure for its ability, meaning that if it switches out, it will heal itself of any of its status conditions. With the moves Water Pulse, Harden, Tackle, and Rapid Spin. Starmie is the evolved form of Staryu using a Water Stone. Sadly enough, Starmie does not learn any moves outside of Confuse Ray at level 33. Luckily, later generations give Starmie an abrupt move form of moves to learn. Starmie's signature attack here is Water Pulse, replacing Bubble Beam as of Generation 1, which it was an outright nightmare dealing with Starmie because... Oh, she does have Swift, so not Rapid, I'm sorry. It's Swift, Water Pulse, Harden, and Tackle. Oh, I'm sorry. I should know that because I'm a Starmie fan. Starmie is so good. Oh my god. Starmie has such an amazing move. Cosmic power, from Staryu, being able to learn Water Pulse, Psychic, like Starmie's lineup of moves are amazing. Psychic, Ice Beam, Blizzard, Water Pulse, Cold of Gen 5. Third as a stab move, 90 power, 100% accuracy. This Starmie is a beast and everyone loves Starmie. Starmie can also learn Recover, which is restoring almost half of its max HP. And Starmie can be a beast. And that's why a lot of people don't like Starmie. You should be happy that later generations watered down Starmie. And it had a lot more checks for Starmie. But yeah, this is Starmie. This is my favorite water type of match. Honestly enough, this is not my favorite design of Starmie. I think Starmie got a lot better designs in Generation 2 and even in Generation 4. As well. But yeah, that was Starmie, and that was Misty. Misty's outfit here, changes drastically. It's actually supposed to resemble her Generation 1 outfit, where she's wearing a two-piece bathing suit. They did have to do a reduction on things on Misty, because, you know, boobies. Anyway, Cascade Badge. It makes all Pokemon up to level 30 obey you. And, oh my god, please tell me it did not do what I think it did. Yes, it did. I'm so pissed. Yeah, Cascade Badge allows you to have Pokemon up to level 30 obey you. And then, come on! Sorry, it's my controller. And it's not working. There we go. Okay, you're connected. Come on! Oh, this stupid thing. I do not do this. Okay, there it goes. So yeah, it includes even outsiders through trade. The other thing about, really? We're not doing this. Hold on, guys. What is it doing already? Come on. No. Hey. Thank you. Stupid computer. What is going on? Why are you doing this? I don't understand. Okay, also you use Cut outside of battle. Cut allows you to cut down small trees and open a new pathway. You also get her favorite TM. In Generation 1, it's Bubble Beam. In Generation 2, it is... In Generation 3, she's giving you Water Pulse. In Generation 8, Let's Go Easy Pikachu, she gives you Skull. Yeah, Water Pulse, and she teaches you an aquatic Pokemon. Depending on if they want to put water type up. But yeah, that is basically battling Misty. Cerulean City Gym Leader. And I'm gonna have a hell of a time trying to fix this shit later on. So yeah, now that we've beaten Misty, we can now go to, well, the next point of interest, which is Vermilion City, which is to the south of us. I do have to commend Pikachu for its job well done. We're also gonna save. What I'm gonna do is just rip the vibe from Twitch and then just mess around with my video editor and then just rip out the live stream for Pokemon. So, what time is it here? It is 7 o'clock. So if you're on the East Coast, Happy New Year. I'm sorry, no. If you're in Europe, Happy New Year. In Asia, Happy New Year. It is now officially January 1st. In Japan, the Oceanic, and here. Yeah. This house right here, this is the Pokemon daycare. He says, I run a daycare. Would you like me to raise one of your Pokemon? So we're gonna say no for right now, but what we're gonna do is we can actually go into our PC. And what we're gonna do in our PC is we're gonna go withdraw Pokemon. We're going to go give Magikarp, and we're gonna leave Magikarp here in daycare. We could actually did this before we battled Misty. But the daycare man, he will raise your Pokemon. Note, if you have an HM, your Pokemon will not want to move, so do remember HMs are a thing. Actually, there's a lot of changes from this gen and onward. In Generation 1, the daycare, he would not take your Pokemon if it knew an HM. Generation 2 and onward, they fixed that, allowing the daycare man to take your Pokemon without having to have an HM move. The thing is, they will move the HM move to the last slot, and any slot at the top. If they were to learn a new move, it would just erase it. Now, this building here, I'm on guard duty. I'm thirsty though. Oh, wait there, the road is closed. So we unfortunately cannot enter through here. I believe this is leading into Saffron City. Underground path, Vermilion City, Cerulean City to Vermilion City. So yeah, we can actually enter through here. This little girl, she says, do you have a Nidoran female? I'll trade you a Nidoran male. So you have an instance of trade, and she will trade you male Nidoran for female Nidoran. I don't know what the purpose of that is. I guess to evolve for the Pokedex, but it's really not needed. You can easily catch Nidoran male and female. But yeah, that was the underground path, and that was a bit of the glimpse of the Pokemon theme. People often lose things in the darkness of the underground path. That's a hint to where we get our next item, our next key item, the item finder. We can actually use that to help us track our Pokemon and track down items. Citrus Berry. This is another staple of Generation. Oh, actually unlocked our berry patch. Alright, berry patch has been unlocked, but this is the berry patch. This allows you to hold berries. So we have the Pecha Berry, which is heals a Pokemon of poison. I'm sorry, I think it's a cherry berry. Thank you, paralysis. Yarn Berry, this will help our Pokemon in battle and will restore 10 HP. Prism Berry, this will allow Pokemon, this is an item that can be held by Pokemon, and release them of confusion. Citrus Berry, being held by Pokemon, it will have the ability to increase their HP, to restore 30 of their HP. And the Riz and the Blackberry, so these are two items in the Pokemon game that were introduced in Generation 3. These are more so for berry. Here we go again. These are mostly used for berry blending. Sorry, hold on, I'm gonna fix it in just a second. Alright, now we'll go back to the main screen. Alright, there we go. So yeah, these two items are basically meant for berry blending in Generation 3, and they're also really good for berry block in Gen 3, Gen 4, and Oris, because that'll help you with raising status. If you watch my Emerald stuff, you know this is basically for Pokemon content. Excuse me, for Pokemon content. And also the berry powder stuff. I don't know what exactly berry powders are good for, but they're good for something. But yeah, we're gonna have some Pokemon trainers. And we have a couple more bug catchers. Yeah, we got some bug catchers on the way. Nothing new or spectacular. I think these bug catchers just have little Spatumas and stuff. Nothing too spectacular. I think you can have it. Level 16. Oh, that should be D-Drill. It's not. That's disgusting to me. It's not D-Drill. D-Drill staff from Poison Sting and from Twin Needle. Which I believe it learns one of the balls from D-Drill. It learns Twin Needle. Which is a bug type move that hits for 2 hits and can do some pretty good damage. Caterpie is up next, but another Pokemon that should be a Butterfree. Don't worry, we'll encounter it when you're up to Butterfree. Very soon, actually. Yeah, we do actually get to see the evolution of Caterpie and Metapod. Sadly enough, Bugsy, the gym leader for Generation 2, doesn't have a commercial post game, and actually I don't even think he uses Butterfree or Meta. Butterfree or Beedrill, he uses all the other good bugs, which is good on Bugsy. Because Bugsy's ace is Fighter, and in post game, it's Sizzle. Upon evolution. Before that evolution is the bug, but before that evolution is the fire, but still a really good person. Really good in the special attack. It actually can evolve through here if you get the metal coat. But I believe you have to steal the metal coat off of you gotta steal the metal coat off of Magnemite and Magnemite. We'll see Magnemite in Magnemite later. He can't tell. So we'll be doing side stuff. We'll be doing legendary capture. String shot to try to lower my speed. It's okay though. She will still out Beetle. And hit Beetle for more damage than Beetle couldn't do. Alright, so that was Bugcatcher Kigo. Alright, moving downward, we have boyfriend and girlfriend here. We can mess up their nice very off. Wow, yeah, I'm cock blocking. Who's there? Don't listen in on that. Look, I wasn't listening to that. I had this Pokemon left. So, he has one Pokemon in his style. Yeah, funny enough, you will encounter trainers in Kanto that will use the fire. This is very rare, as you won't see these in any other gym. The starters are only relegated to use the main protagonists in later gyms. Generation 2, because you won't see anyone outside of the Kanto starters being seen, so two Bulbasaur in them, but you won't see, who won't you see? You won't see the Gen 2 starters outside of your rival. You won't see Gen 3 starters outside of your rival. You won't see Gen 4 starters outside of your rival, and the professor's aid. So depending on if it's boy or girl you choose, boy or girl you choose is going to use the Pokemon they need to you or your rival shown as a starter. And we'll have the full evolution. Generation 5, your rival has the starters. Generation 6, same thing. Generation 7, same thing. Gen 8, you're actually able to catch the starters, but that's only through raiding. So, won't be there anytime soon. And one of them will be on the champion team, and then same thing Gen 9. You only encounter them through raiding. And I'm actually quite shocked we haven't gotten them yet for our starters. I know most people have been breeding starters and trading them off. So if you want to start it that way, you can just go online to Discord or find groups on Facebook. Just excuse me, this is a private conversation. Okay, sis. You know, I think you try to be like I really care about you and your boyfriend. Rattata! Ratatata. Funny enough, these two trainees here, boys, the camper and picnickers, girlfriend and boyfriend, there's a reference to them in Generation 2. We actually battle a couple there. And funny enough, the girl will have Pikachu and Meryl. Well, I believe the boyfriend just has Pikachu. I think. I gotta look at Generation 2. But, yeah. Boyfriend, girlfriend. Pikachu. Here's Pikachu. Pika. And you don't scare me. Actually, you scare me. You have starts. If you have starts, and I am gonna have to do some damage. Damn it, the one time I'm supposed to bring the rock type. Too bad that rock type doesn't have any that I can use. Fuck, and I get paralysis. You know what, we're gonna split. Put Ivysaur out. Very bulky, and we're gonna use Poison Rock. Tail Rock. To lower my distance. Oh, it raised the poison. I think you're lucky. Oh no, here comes this bullshit. Double team. And raise your distance. Oh, thank God, poison powder kicked in before the shenanigans happened. Poison prayer will slowly poison the opponent's Pokemon. While the poison is slow, it's something that's different when my opponent starts doing this bullshit. Too bad I don't shoot it. Sweet Suit is a move that brings piercing generation to onward. What it does is that the Pokemon using it can lower the evasive of opponent's team. So while Pikachu over there is doing all this double team and shit, I can counter it poison with Sunstream. Oh no, I'm paralyzed. Yeah, Pete's dirt Pikachu. Alright, my Pikachu's been level 17. And my Venus okay, that's something too. I hate losing. That's what you get for assuming I was standing there listening to your conversation. Huh? Where'd you get this from? Yeah. I thought we should do a new work. We'll find them out with the daddy. And this will ornament. You get this every once in a while. Which I'm doing right now by giving Pikachu potion. Alright, so we have one more. Oh, we have 3 more battles actually. This one isn't mandatory because we walk behind him. But this is the trainer that I didn't want to show off because this is the trainer that gets to super difficult. You know why? Butterfree! His only Pokemon actually. And yeah, we actually see a battle of Butterfree. Butterfree is the one of, well, Reptile. We have Butterfree on there too. Starts flying and with all the idiots that comes to being flying. Why I'm going to keep all of my Thunder type attacks on Butterfree, because why not? Butterfree does have all of its moves. Ooh, it has Super Sonic. That's a move I skipped out on because Super Sonic is supposed to be confused, a way to confuse an opponent's weapon. Luckily enough, I don't have to do it to you with it. You're gonna poison me? Wow. Well, him put me to sleep. But yeah. That is Poison Powder. I actually should have all the powder in this case. Poison Powder, Stun Spore, and Poison Powder, Stun Spore, and Sleep Powder. Oh, I'm still in confusion, that's right. If I had a full heal, I could heal all the attacks because I have the confusion and the poison. I just trying to make sure, I can get in some damage. Because funny enough, this Butterfree does not have any move that actually do damage. It's trying to be a defensive magnet. It's just doing a defensive attack. So it's going to do stuff like Poison Powder, Stun Spore, and Super Sonic. And I believe Matt of Super Gaming Brothers talked about it. Because of its ability to compound that. It's supposed to be able to land those powders with speed. I think it might have been aim. Don't quote me on that, but I was trying to say it might have. Alright, Pikachu is back to full health. Sadly enough, I presume I have to use Pikachu. Because Pikachu doesn't have too much on the stun. Okay, 13 out of 30 on this Pikachu for Thunder Shot. Alright, and now we have these 2 mandatory battles with another couple of kids. Picnicker. I wish you were double that. She got Picnicker Isabella? No, I didn't see no relation to Isabella. But I love you, Isabella, man. And Isabella was fast of it. You know that? I really hope they come with what you do. But I guess Isabella's popularity is part of the reason why she was a smash and not on this. Also, because of the fact we finally have a reason to beat that out. Stupid. That tune up. I will. Damn. Yeah, Tom Nook has a reputation of being an asshole. So I think about like Nook. It's like you do all this, you get this house, you pay off all this money, and it's like, hey, for triple or double that, you can get more to see your house. You can make it bigger. No, fuck you. That's why in some of those games I do these glitches and stuff. I couldn't leave good in movies, but I knew some people that helped me do some stuff in movies. Also, thank you, Chaga. We love you, Chaga. Yeah, Chaga Conroy. Emil, for those calling that. I gotta live to the man because I saw him both names. Emil did a complete dive in Let's Play of Animal Crossing. If you haven't checked it out, please do. It's a watch. Emil completed all the stuff. He completed the dive to get all of the bugs, all of the fossils, all of the items, and he even came back when the game got an update for the Animal Crossing camp and the Amiibo. Fucking enough, I wish it would have been recorded an Animal Crossing Amiibo. But unfortunately, during the process of him recording the last year, the original Animal Crossing Let's Play, Emil had got sick with a respiratory virus. So for about a month or so, Emil unfortunately had to take leave of absence. We were worried about Emil. We really were. I'm not close to Emil. I'm just gonna say that now. But I was really worried and I was really happy to hear it from Emil when he let everybody know he was okay. Before I go any further, Raticate. This is our first time actually seeing this Pokemon. Raticate is the evolved form of Rattata. Giant rat. That's literally it. Very bulky HP, very decent attack stat. Very calm. Oh god, this thing is super I mean, I hate it. Hate it. Alright, level 21, let's go. Source Word is level 21. Alright, and we defeated, the city. No, it's Camper, sorry. And now we're in Vermilion City. Welcome to Vermilion, ladies and gentlemen. The city of the Crimson Orange. The port town, actually, of the Kanto region. Yeah, because this is the port town of Kanto. We have a couple of things we can do here. First off, let's talk to this lady here. She says the urge of battle is within someone. Is the urge to battle with someone you tangled with before. Have you ever had that urge? I'm sure you have. You want to battle certain people again over and over too? So here, I'll give you these. I've been giving these away. Please take one. This is Generation 3 Part 2's little addition to the series. It's my least favorite key item. This is the Versus Seeker. Using the device, you'll find trainers for rematches. You have to charge this battery for usage. Yeah, the Versus Seeker. One of my least favorite items in the Pokemon line. I'm lucky that Hoenn didn't have this item, and it had the Pokénav, which is a little better. And Gen 4 uses it. Well, Gen 4 in terms of Platinum, Diamond, Pearl uses Versus Seeker. But luckily enough, Heart Gold and Soul Silver didn't. It just has the annoyance of the Pokénav, which got a ton of upgrades. I don't like the Versus Seeker. The Versus Seeker, you can go in the area and activate it. When you do, you'll have the ability to rematch trainers in that area. Depending on the rematch, they might be a little stronger in terms of levels, or depending on what you have accomplished in terms of badges. If they have an X above them, that means they will not battle and return to their regular position. If they have exclamation points above their head, they will turn back. They will actually continue to jump in excitement because they are ready to battle you again. Generation 3 Part 2, and of course Generation 4 did all the way. This kid here talks about weaknesses and resistance. If you have a Pokemon of the same, even if you have a Pokemon, even if they are on the same level, Pokemon can have a different stat and ability. Your Pokemon raised by a trainer is stronger than a Pokemon in the wild. And that is very true. My Pokemon was poisoned. It fainted while I was walking. Yeah, that's another gimmick of the early gens. I think Gen 5 was aware of that, where Pokemon, while you walk with them outside of battle, the poison and the burn will slowly zap their strength. Which is unfortunate. I'm going to move this box over to box number 3, because we're going to go to the Diglett Cave. Before we do anything else, let's go ahead and go here. Where is the sign for Vermilion City? It should be around here. Oh, is it? Vermilion City, the port of exquisite sunset. The color choice here is vermilion, the color of orange, as you see here in some of the buildings in the city. Here, oh, this is a point of interest as well. Fisherman. He said, I'm a fishing guru. I simply love fishing. I can't bear to go without. Tell me, do you like to fish? Grand. I like your style. I think we could be friends. Take this and fish, my young friend. That is the fishing rod, the old rod we get from the fishing guru. Fishing is a way of life. It is like the finest poetry. From the seas to the river, go out. The land in the big, and land a big one, my friend. So yeah, this is the fishing guru. I believe this is the youngest of the fishing guru. Or this is the oldest, and he gives you the rod. Which, ironically enough, looks like a stick with a fishing line attached to it. And a Pokeball for its lure. Now, with this rod, you can only catch certain Pokemon. 100% of the time, you'll be catching, 90% of the time, you'll be catching magic. If you're fishing during outer areas, as so forth the seas, you will be catching Tentacool at the levels of Tentacool. Water poison type, decent stats, very bulky. You get that with a lot of water types. There tend to be a lot of bulky water type Pokemon. And it has to be one of them. If we're dealing with if we're dealing with an area like this where it's calming water, we'll have the chance of catching Golding. Funny enough, I caught a Golding before, but yeah, it's not too much of a big difference. You'll get a better rod later. You get 2 more rods and they're better than this one. You talk to this girl here, she says, hi, do you have a Spearow? Would you like to trade for a Farfetch? This is your only chance in the series in Gen 3 to catch Farfetch. Farfetch is not that good. I'm just gonna say that now. Pokemon Fan Club. All Pokemon fans welcome. This is the Pokemon Fan Club. Where we can talk to Pokemon fans of the Pokemon series. If we go down here, we will see the gym. Vermilion City Gym. Leader LT.Surge, the Lightning American. Funny enough, they changed this later on to the Lightning Soldier in Generation 8 with Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, because funny enough, there is no America in the Pokemon series. They actually changed it for Unova. And it's funny enough, in the Unova game, in Part 2, in Pokemon Black 2, White 2, when you go to the World Tournament and you see the Kanto Gym Leader, one of the NPCs says, oh, that man right there, he looks familiar. I don't know if he's from Unova, but he kind of resembles it. And it's actually a reference to the other game where you talk to NPCs and they tell you about, there is no America in the game. They actually recognized it. And they wanted to make Surge a Lightning American, being that he was Kanto from the Lightning Unova. And they wanted to move him from Kanto region to Unova. That he moved from Unova to Kanto while being in the army. And of course, we all know Surge's exterior changes. Surge is huge in the anime. Oh my god, he is huge. He is fucking gargantuous. They said he's about 6'6". He is tall. And he has a deep voice. Like, well, he's not that deep, but when his Pokemon uses attack, he goes Thunder Punch. Give it the Thunder Punch. Yeah, like they try to give him like a Brooklyn-esque accent. It's so crazy how the older Pokemon games. Actually, funny enough, Ash visits Surge in Pokemon Journey. He goes to Vermilion and he visits Surge. And they actually have a good old time talking about the things, and he thanks Ash for how he looks at Pokemon at that point, and it made him a better gym leader. In the Pokemon here, we are able to buy, I think, Ice Cube. This spray is a spray type medicine that defrosts a frozen Pokemon. We haven't encountered freeze yet, but it's a nasty thing to encounter. I'm gonna buy 5 more Awakening. I'm gonna buy a few more Antidotes. I'm going to buy some more Paralysis Heals, because we're definitely going to need them for the gym. And I think that's about it. We have enough Pokeball. We're pretty good. We don't need any super potions. If you do want super potions, there's 7. We buy at least 10 super potions, but we like getting super potions. Yeah, that's the thing. We talked to the NPC here. She said, I think Pokemon can be good or bad. It depends on the trainer. That's around there. There were wicked people who will use Pokemon for criminal acts. Team Rocket traffics in rare Pokemon, for example. They also abandon Pokemon that they consider unpopular or useless. That's the sort of horrid people that they are, Team Rocket. Wow, that's deep. But it's more lore to Team Rocket. Alright, this house here, if we go into it, there are some NPCs here. Talk to this lady, she says, I want to exchange mail with all sorts of people. I want to send my piggy to the Union Woman to exchange mail for me. Talk. So yeah, that was something I don't think she says. I think she says in the original game. My brother over there likes to communicate with his friend up in Saffron. There's some stuff going on, so he decided not to go. And if you talk to her brother, she says, I've gotten my piggy to fly the letters to Saffron in the north. And if you read the letter here, Dear Pete, I hope to see you soon. I heard Saffron has some problems with Team Rocket. Really, it appears to be okay. So there seems to be some issues with Saffron going on. Maybe that's why they don't let you in to the game. So while there's not much to do, I believe there's only one more set of NPCs, a few more NPCs to talk to. If we talk to this old man, he says, I'm putting up a building on this plot of land I own it. My Pokemon is trampling the land to lay the foundation. The Pokemon, my shop is stuck in the ground flat. We talked to this girl here. She says, we're careful about pollution. We heard Grimer multiplying toxic sludge. That's actually true, because we're the sludge Pokemon. Did you see the SS Ant moored in the harbor? So he directs you to the SS Ant in the harbor. And funny enough, the harbor is right here. Sailor. The SS Ant is a famous luxury cruise ship. It visits Vermilion once a year. And that's actually one of our next destinations, going to the Vermilion port to go to visit the SS Ant. Vermilion Harbor. Alright, and now we're actually going to go to the Pokemon Fan Club. So, this is the Pokemon Fan Club. We see Sia! Cool! We also see Pikachu! Pikachu! Would you admire my Pokemon's adorable tail? We talked to this girl here. She says, oh dear, my seal is far more attractive. By double, I would say. And then if you go up here, it says, this lists politely to other trainers. Please listen politely to other trainers. If someone brags, brag right back. Our chairman here is very vocal about Pokemon. And we talk to the chairman. He says, I am the chairman of the Pokemon Head. I raised more than 100 Pokemon. I'm very fussy when it comes to Pokemon. I surely am. So, did you come here to hear about my Pokemon? Sure. And this is the guy who will tell you about his favorite Pokemon. He tends to be a little thing in the staples of the Pokemon fandom. Good. Then listen, my favorite Pokemon is Rapidash. It's cute, lovely, smart, plus amazing. Don't you think so? Oh yes. It's stunning. It's tiny. Love it. Hug it when I sleep warm and cuddly. Spectacular. Ravishing. Oops, look at the tongue. I kept you too long. Thank you for hearing me out. I want you to have this. And we get a bike voucher from the chairman. And the chairman says, take that bike voucher to the bike shop in Ceylon City. Exchange it for a bike for free of charge. Don't worry, my favorite Pokemon, my favorite hero, will fly me anywhere I need to go. So I don't have a need for a bicycle. I hope you like cycling. So yeah, this is your way of getting your bicycle without having to pay that shit amount of money. So we're gonna leave Cerulean City for just a bit, and we're gonna go back north to Cerulean. We're gonna go via the what is it? We're gonna go via the underground, because unfortunately, as we're gonna see in just a second, if we try to go through Saffron, Arnold Guard Duty, he is thirsty though. Oh, wait there. The road is closed. So, unfortunately, we could not go. But if you hint, they're talking about how thirsty they are, these guards. Anyway, we're not going to be here to quench their thirst, nor have a need to quench their thirst at this moment. So, we're going to go ahead and take ourselves over to Cerulean so we can attain our bike. And our bike will actually make traveling a whole lot easier. So, back to Cerulean City we go. Sadly enough, until we get cut, or the ability to fly, we won't have the ability to... We'll have to go through the people's house, unfortunately, to get through. So, all of that. That's... Oh, a bike voucher. Okay, here you go. And we get a bike. So, put bike in key items. I don't know how we're putting all these items in our bag, but we got our signature bike, ladies and gentlemen. So for the bike, we're going to register. It's actually pink. If you're playing the boy, you get a blue bike. And I think that's something that they do in a lot of games later on, is that they differentiate between the boy and the girl. They will give you different color bikes. They actually do away with bikes as of Generation 9 because you, Miraidon and Koraidon become your bike. Yeah. There is no need for bikes in Year 9 when you can ride a Pokemon that can be your bike. And also, there's a Cyclozar, which is also a bike. So yeah, that is the thing. If we talk here, you're gonna grow a lot. You grew by 5 levels. Aren't I great? It's like coming back for 600 Pokédollars. So yeah, if you leave a Pokemon in the daycare, depending on the number of steps you take, that Pokemon will gain experience. Because we left him in the daycare, it went from level 5 to level 10. We won't be back for our Magikarp anytime soon. And funny enough, Magikarp will be one of our water Pokemon till we can get the rod that will be purposed for catching water type Pokemon. Anyway, this is the bike theme for Generation 3. Primarily just a remix of the Gen 1 bike theme, but I like the Gen 1 bike theme better. Because everywhere you go with the bike theme, it keeps the bike theme going. Also, what I'm doing here is I'm rapidly pressing the A button because I'm trying to see about the hidden items here. This is actually a lot easier if we have the item finder, but unfortunately I don't have the item finder. And also, if you move around, you can see that the trainer icon moves as well. And when you go up a flight of stairs in the underground, it will remove the bike. Later games also introduce the animation of the bike as you leave out. But yeah, this is our bike. I love the bike. The bike is so cool. It's a really great way of fast travel. To the east, notice Route 12 may be blocked off by a sleeping Pokemon. Detour through Rock Tunnel to Lavender Town for million per weeks. Route 11, Diglett's Cave. This is actually the point of interest I'm coming to. Route 11 has a couple of Pokemon that we've already encountered, so there's not much there, but Diglett Cave! Only Pokemon that you will find here in this cave are Diglett. Well, isn't this a surprise? Diglett dug this long tunnel. It goes right to Viridian City, they tell me. So yeah, this actually is a shortcut to Viridian City. The reason we're here is because of this Diglett. The encounters here in the Diglett tunnel are, oh boy. Actually, let's move some Pokemon around. What we're going to encounter here, I actually don't need Pikachu in the party, in the front of the party. Diglett's Cave is home to 2 Pokemon, Diglett in its evolution, Doug Trio. Hold on, my controller's being controller. Diglett and Doug Trio are the Pokemon that we encounter here. Diglett is the mole Pokemon. It is pure ground type, and it has two abilities. It will either have Arena Trap, which it will be able to the Pokemon won't be able to escape. Is Arena Trap. It's kind of similar to Shadow Tag. It's funny enough, only a few Pokemon have Arena Trap. One of them happens to be the Gen 3 Pokemon, Trapinch, the one that lives in the desert. The Anteater Pokemon. Funny enough, I believe it's a species of Pokemon that it is based off of. Also, they think using Dig. Fun fact, my Pokemon is a Leafgreen Dig. So, we are going to catch Diglett because we want Diglett on the team. Diglett is going to be another party member to the team. A very valuable member, as Ground is going to be really good coming up in the next battle. The next gym battle, and then the gym battle later on, and of course we get to move to Team Rocket because Ground is a new adversary. Diglett, the mole Pokemon. Diglett lives about 1 yard underground where it feeds on plant roots. It sometimes appears above ground. There is still no indication even now of what Diglett's feet look like. Diglett is cute. Diglett is adorable, and we love our Diglett. Yeah, Arena Trap prevents Queen. Diglett also has access to some ground type moves starting off. It has the move Magnitude. The ground shakes, and while against standing Pokemon, the power will vary. So it can range from magnitude of level 1 to magnitude of level 10. Then it has its signature move, Dig. 60 power, 100% accuracy, an attack that hits on the second turn. May also be able to use it to escape dungeons. And as you can tell here, that music is the music that they've used for the Viridian Forest. The other encounter here, and I hope we do actually encounter this Pokemon, is Diglett's evolution, Doug Trio. Another pure ground type, and it actually looks like a formation of three Diglett. The highest level Pokemon that you'll encounter at this point, level 29 is the highest level you can encounter to Doug Trio. The reason why I have Butterfree out, ironically enough, oh, we can't leave. Why am I leave? Yeah, dude, I am not only flying, but you can't touch me. I should have Demon Slayer on you, so that's but what I should have did was get some repel and then ran around this camp with repel on. We do have dig, so we can actually dig back. Yeah, and that's all the variety of magnitude. Magnitude can do variations of magnitude 9. I've actually had it go to magnitude 10. One time. Oh, it's Disney. At this point, sweetheart, you're not gonna be able to touch me. Just give up. Alright, while we have that time, we're gonna use Diglett's Dig. Diglett, funny enough, Dig is one of the few in the Pokemon series that actually can be used outside of battle and does not require you to have a TM. So we're actually, do you guys sell repels? Or do I have to go back to Cerulean? No, you guys actually sell repels. So we're actually just first time we're gonna use them. Repels. These will stop Pokemon that are weaker than the highest level Pokemon in your party. So the Pokemon in your party that is in front. If you use a repel, Pokemon lower level than it will not appear. So since Ivysaur is level 21, once we use this repel, only Pokemon that are level 21 or higher will be seen. It's actually something a lot of people use when they're trying to catch certain Pokemon of a certain level, or they're trying to escape into other areas, since most of those areas will have Pokemon higher level. Oh yeah, I forgot, there can be some Diglett that are going to be level 22. Yeah, I forgot to. Damn, that backfired on me real well. Happy New Year to those who live on the East Coast. If you are in any of the states or the eastern side of America, from the northeast to the southeast of America, Happy New Year. So to those who live in Pennsylvania, Atlanta, in Florida. So I'm looking at, I forgot about Virginia. Or I think it's West Virginia where McConnell's fan is from. So yeah, to you guys over there, Ted, Catherine, Johnny, Ryan, Nora. Oh god, there's so many of you that live over in the East Coast. But yeah, happy New Year to you guys, and Happy New Year to anyone who is watching this video, or this VOD, because it'll be a New Year's VOD. There it is, Dog Trio. It's always female when I want to see it. But this is Dog Trio. This is the evolved form of Diglett. Dog Trio has a really good speed and really good physical attack. That means it has really nothing to really back itself up for other than that. We're gonna use Sleep Top. Oh, Sand Tune. I forget it gets this one. Sand Tune is a arena trap type of attack. It's like Whirlpool, but for ground type Pokemon. It's gonna spin a vortex of sand around me, and I cannot escape for 2 to 5 turns. Luckily enough, I'm gonna catch the Duck Trio, so I'm not. And Duck Trio will replace Diglett. I could just easily level up the Diglett, considering where we'll be going. But, no, I decided to go ahead and do this smart thing. It's something I've always done in Generation 1. I've always come to Diglett Cave before I battle Surge. Always try to run to the Duck Trio, catch the Duck Trio, so I can have the high level Pokemon on my team and scrape through the entire team. Like stay in the damn ball. Your catch rate should not be this high. I should be able to catch you. And I don't know why. This is probably one of the rare cases where I don't care what nature the Duck Trio is. Judging by stats, it's not gonna have anything good and special on it. So hopefully I'm hoping for either Jolly or Adage nature Duck Trio. Ooh, much like that reduces my accuracy. And I'm free from the sand tune. So I don't know if it still has magnitude, which I kinda wish it does. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep Diglett in the party and just level up Diglett. Good things about ground type Pokemon is that they are weakness to poison, they're a weakness to steel, and they're a weakness to fire type Pokemon. So having advantage over those 3 Pokemon are pretty good, especially considering the fact that poison is common in Generation 1. So poison and finding poison, rock, and oh yeah, that's an advantage over rock type. Oh, and electric. So that's why we want it for Surge, because electric type Pokemon. What immunities does it have? Immunity to flying type and electric type. And here goes with this big one. I believe we can still catch you, right? Yeah, we can still attempt to catch you. This won't screw up the dig, but later generations stop you from doing it. The Shadow Force is a Phantom Force is a move. Hi, we caught Duck Trio. Duck Trio is a mole Pokemon, a team of Diglett triplets. It triggers huge earthquakes by burrowing 16 miles underground. And of course, I would fashionably name this Pokemon Trio. After the fact that it is a trio of Duck Trio. So, alright, the effect is the repel is wore off and we've gotten the Duck Trio. We do have to come back this way actually, later on, because we're going to need an item that we can only get later on in this area. Oh, we can't escape, that's right. Oh, we can teleport. I don't know why I'm doing this extra shit. We can teleport. That's a hell of damage. Luckily, Kadabra used teleport. Actually, why are we just doing that? Yeah, Kadabra teleport. Not Sunray, I know what your stats are. Oh, we can't use it here. Okay, well, Diglett dig. We like to escape and dig. Yeah, we like to go back to Route 111. So, judging by the looks of it, Diglett doesn't have Sand Tomb yet, thank God, or Mudslap, which I would still prefer Magnitude over Sand Tomb, and I would still prefer Dig over it. Luckily enough, I believe they still have Dig. But when you're rising out 3-0 in ground type moves, I don't think that's a good thing. Sadly enough, Dark Trio won't learn any moves to really defend itself against other types of Pokemon till later on. Sucker Punch? Oh, Naive, so, yeah. Hold on, I can actually look at that now. Naive Nature. Minus Special Defense, up Speed. Okay. So, that's the thing. Repeat sword. Oh yeah. Mountain Time. And those who I think live in Canada who live on the eastern coast are still up. So yeah. No, I'm not ending the stream. I just want to know who's on the stream. In case I decide to raid. Tom's still up, so I think Tom is still playing Pokemon. Yep. Mario Kart 8 with Smith. Mario Party 6 Cole. Drunk Splatoon with Brooke. Platy's playing Jackbox to enter the new year. I think Platy's on the East Coast. Amanda, she is up right now doing giveaways maybe, artwork maybe. Cheesy is playing RimWorld. Liam's playing The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, I think randomizer. Yep. And Rickles is on. Rickles is playing Smash Ultimate. So yeah, and then I don't know too many of these other recommended. These are just recommended. Yeah, so most of my people. Oh, and Maximilian Dude is on. He's having a New Year's Eve party. Celebrating 2022. That guy is a legend among the fighting community. He is a beast. Dig, Fury Slides, Mud Slap, Sand Tunes. Ugh. So you got rid of Scratch for Fury Slight. Ugh. And Sand Tune from, I'm assuming. Ugh. I'm sorry. That's just not a decent Pokemon. I want to keep Diglett. Just level up Diglett. So alright, let's go to our Pokemon friends. And then make our way to the St. Anne. Because I want to use the St. Anne to trade. So be very careful in the St. Anne because there are multiple trainers in the St. Anne. We do get an introduction to some of the newer array of trainers. Hold on, refresh the stream. And you should be able to see me back in Vermilion. I don't know, this might be a sign of in Pokemon live stream. Hold on, let me cut through, go back to, be right back and cut into the main stream. Because I think that's really what it's just, I think Pokemon is just bugging up the stream. So, alright. Let's keep this going. So, if we go here, it says, welcome to the SSN. Excuse me, do you have a ticket? You flash your SSN ticket, and he says, welcome to the SSN. So, SSN. If you have any of the rides and you did some sneaky shit, you can come here without the ship leaving. You can use Cut, because you have Misty's badge, and you can enter the Pokemon gym. Once you do that, beat Surge, you can do all the other stuff around Kanto. And if you come back with better rods, you can actually fish in these ponds for Pokemon. From what I've heard, nothing spectacular, still the same stuff you get on the outside. So, SSN, you can leave the SSN while it's still docked, because actually there's a reason why the SSN is here. The passengers here are restless from their long voyage. You may be able to challenge them by them by the more bored one. It's not this room. One of these rooms is our room. It's actually entered. And, oh, it's not this one. You insolent pup. How dare you barge in? Yeah, someone actually just left for you, NPC barging in. So, we have Gentlemen. Gentlemen like to use Regal Pokemon. Oh, this is already in the arena. But they specialize in Regal Pokemon. Later gens, they get Regal Pokemon. I think even in this gen, because there should be a gentleman that uses Growlithe and Arcanine. Later gens, they get access to Who and Nighthowl, because Nighthowl is a very Regal Pokemon. Then there's also, there's a ton of Regal-esque Pokemon that old men, or gentlemen as they're called, will survive themselves with. Next up, I think is Leader and Female. Yeah, because I think in Gen 2 when we encounter this old man, you have Nido Queen and Nido King. And I think there's a double battle with him and another passenger in Gen 4, Part 2, with Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Ooh, excuse me. So, alright, so, yeah, let's not barge into people's rooms. I believe she is our healer. You look tired. Would you like me to rest your to take a short rest with your Pokemon? Yeah, so she is our healer. She'll allow your Pokemon to heal. Actually, we're gonna switch the party around. Diglett means the experience, if you ask me. And with the range of Pokemon and stuff that we have, we'll be pretty fun. The Diglett is the one I'm going to focus on because our next gym battle is against Surge, so we need to get our specialties ready. My soul companion and friends are Pokemon. I've caught them on my journey. So he is going to be showing us his only Pokemon. No, yes, dude, never mind. Growlithe. This is our information with Growlithe. He is rated exclusive, so if you're playing Fire Red, I think you get Growlithe. If you are playing Leafgreen, you get Vulpix. You get oh, I hope I can just to the right one. Oh, okay. So yeah, Growlithe, the puppy Pokemon. Growlithe is adorable. It is really cute. It's very fast and has a decent move pool. Sadly enough, Generation 1 to 3 don't give it the love that it really needs because Growlithe is a physical attacker. Too bad none of the fire moves are physical. Generation 4 helps change that, giving it new access to Flame Wheel, Flare Blade, even giving Growlithe the, what else does Growlithe have? Oh, access to Outrage. Yeah, Growlithe can learn Outrage. And has access to the Fang moves, Thunder Fang, Ice Fang, and Fire Fang. Which also helps out Growlithe in that sense too. Because Growlithe then will be able to do a lot more shenanigans with opponents. Being a Thunder Fang and Fire Fang. Fire Fang for staff, Thunder Fang for coverage against water type. Other than that, when the evolution is into Arcanine, Growlithe will learn to move Extreme Speed. Funny enough, if you want Flamethrower on Growlithe in Arcanine, outside of Team, you have to level up Growlithe. I'm not even joking, you have to level up Growlithe. So I think level 49, in which it learns Flamethrower. Luckily, other gens fixed that. We're making TM more accessible. So you don't have to worry about that. Alright. So now that we have that battle done, let's go into this room and talk to this trainer here. This waitress, may I have my chair card, please? Actually, we're not part of the staff. And I shouldn't look that old. Anyway, let's go down here. This is actually some more rooms. And I believe these have more trainers in them. So we have a fisherman and we have a, let's move Diglett. So put Pikachu in those slots. So first off here is our next matey. You're walking the plank if you lose. So, we have our encounters with water Pokemon trainers. We have Sailors. Sailors love bulky Pokemon. Alright, I chose the wrong Pokemon to choose against this one. They like fighting types, they like bulky water types, and they like their occasional Slowpoke and Slowbro. They're not too bad of opponents. They've got some pretty decent Mon on it. Funny enough, he has Machamp because it shows the strength of a Sailor. Because one thing sailors love to do is they love to show off their biceps. So Karate Chop, a signature move of fighting type Pokemon. Fun fact about Karate Chop, in Generation 1, it was a normal type move. That and low kick. They did not become fighting type moves till Generation 2. Actually, where they did a lot of the changes for the move sets in Gen 1. Because Guts, the flying type move, as we know it, was not flying type in Gen 1, it was normal. So they changed that quickly in Generation 2. Alright, and then, well, did Pikachu die? Yeah, Pikachu died. And we're not taking on that Fisherman. Fishermen also specialize in bulky water types. Well, they specialize in bulky water types. While Sailors, go for the more offensive type Pokemon. They like, while they do specialize in water types, their water types tend to be either very bulky or very offensive, while they have a few fighting types, like, you know, that, Machamp we have. So yeah, we go back upstairs. Actually, if I go in here, find a Hyper Potion. That heals 200 of your HP. Restores 200 HP to a Pokemon. An item we don't get actually until later on. And funny enough, while you're here in the game, you don't tend to see a lot of items early on. So, do enjoy the weekly rewards of it. Anyway, Fisherman. Fisherman binding. So, Fishermen tend to use, of course, the acquired Pokemon. Anything you can fish up with a rod is what they use. That is their specialty as fishermen. There's always one fisherman in every generation that you will encounter that will have you set of 5 magic cards. It's crazy, yeah, they always say a lot, but I think one of the Pokemon Company workers is actually a fan of magic cards. And it was something they wanted to do, because in fact, Magikarp's evolution, who we'll see later on, was actually part of the original 10 Pokemon in terms of design and features. And I had Poison? Oh, I hate this so much. That's Poison. Cause yeah, Tentacool is part water, part poison. Funny enough, Tentacool in Generation 3 gets an ability called Liquid Ooze, where if a Pokemon uses a move that would drain it of its HP, it does damage instead. Also, hi Staryu. So remember I said you guys start using the really good Pokemon if you give the right set and move pool? Yeah, that's Staryu. Alright, we're gonna heal the poison. I think Staryu's gonna try to use Rapid Spin. Also, another thing to know about Staryu is Rapid Spin. Is a move that is learned in Generation 2 and onward. It's to clear habits, which became a thing in Generation 2. Gen 2 introduces the habit Spike, which any Pokemon that comes in play, they will take damage from it. I do believe Spike is a ground type move, so if you're a flying type, you evade it. Actually, a lot of flying type Pokemon evade a lot of hazards, except for Generation 4's hazard. The Stealth Rock, which if you're a blue type fire flying, we feel bad for you. And yeah, this guy has the whole coup de grace of the fishing rod. Shelter, Staryu, and Tentacool. Pokemon you can actually attain with the spur. In Kanto. Yeah. We're used to that. It's after 8 o'clock. I was supposed to wash my sheets. Well, I guess that's not happening tonight. It might have to happen tomorrow. Alright, so this room here, I believe, is another sailor. And he has an item behind him. Even though sailors have Pokemon too. We can tell. Because sailors actually do like to battle, and I mean, probably that's something that they akin to in the So, more Tentacools, more bulky water type, more bulky Pokemon. So fear not. Poison. Because then you get acid later. And it's really cool. I forget what level Tentacool evolves into Tentacool, but I know it's one of this Pokemon is a late level evolution and it's not worth it. But actually, it gets worth it in the later games. Fun fact. Tentacool. Its evolution actually is a lot better than later games. So, well, here's all my notifications. Tentacool is out of the way. Pikachu is now level 20. Time to learn the move Slam. No, thank you, ma'am. Stop learning Slam? Yes. Staryu! Into Damon! Ooh, I got a good poison. I'm gonna do Grace's Hyper Potion so I can get back my HP. So I know it's gonna use Harpie. Yeah. And yeah, it's one of the rare cases where you see a Staryu use Harpie. Later on in this move pool, Staryu gets the new Cosmic Power, which raises its physical and its special defensive. Yeah, that's why there are like new sets for both the Staryu. Let's keep this going, chat. Oh, come on! Can control? Doing this shit again. Yo, after we get done here, I am so trying to find a new game to play. Or actually, I might take a break and then, go get some something to eat. Over this stupid ass glitchy. I might play some OJ. I want OJ. Leave a comment with one of your favorite merch we've made so far. And you like any. Oh, sorry, I was. Oh, damn controller. Thank you. And sorry you weren't able to move. You just go for that. Alright. Oh shit. Good time. Oh yeah, this one's not again. Oh my god, we're gonna be done in Pokemon in just a minute. I want to level up my Pokemon. I don't want to leave the SSN and not be able to do it. Because fun fact, we get cut here. It's in the SSN. You just have to go get it. Excuse me. It's with the captain of the SSN. You see, you need a ride to get it. Ether, this heals 10% 10 PP to one Pokemon. It's alright. Oh my god, we have so many battles, I'm so tired. Well, I'm not tired, it's just like, with everything going on right now, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just end today's stream for Pokemon, because we're gonna have these issues. So, it's okay though, because, everything that we have currently, I can just come back to. We did a great job here. Well, I did a great job here, and I made a ton of progress. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and save. do a save state real quick. Over my previous save state. And I'm gonna take me a break. And then what I'm gonna do is come back. Because holy fuck, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this. So I might have to end the stream and then just restart a new stream because it's pretty young. I'm still pretty capable of doing shit today. So give me about like 30 minutes. Actually, you know what? We're gonna end the stream. We're gonna save. I'll just redo the set and then just download it. So okay. So let's end the stream. Let's restart the stream.